Surprise, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I know that we just ended up cutting our screen, but we are live tonight with a surprise match for you here. We have our Rainbow Six team varsity team has made it successfully into playoffs for CECC. No, it's not CECC. Excuse me. It is CR6.
CR6.
I have messed that up. We played CECC this weekend. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They made it to playoff for those as well.
No, they did not. They didn't even play in CECC. They don't have it as R6 team there. So, but we made it to the playoffs for CR6, and we're here to play our round one match here.
All right.
I'm not your normal host for the show normally. I'm ZG Fenrir, and I'm joined by the lovely game captain here next to me. Welcome to the mic, my friend.
I don't know much about this game either. Hey, but that's okay.
That's all right. We're here to relearn how this game works,
Exactly.
I think.
I played a little bit. A year ago, I was into it for a little bit of time playing with my friends, so I got a little bit of ball knowledge, but, ball knowledge doesn't always stay the same. So,
and that's what the duo is for. So
yes.
I'm excited for some lovely matches of Rainbow Six Siege tonight.
I'm also very excited. Getting to cast this game, it's actually a very exciting esport in my opinion. So I'm very excited to watch and, get to be able to cast this. So.
Yeah. We have a very star lineup looking at our match here today. We have our lovely Five Flavors starting us off as on our support. He is our Heart Breacher. is who
Drink. Yep.
he normally plays. A lot of Thermite, some Ace, but Ace gets banned pretty frequently, and a little bit of Hibana as well. Sitting next to him on his right, we have, that's his left actually. We have Chan on the second PC from the right.
Okay.
Chan is one of our fraggers.
Okay.
And then next to him we have, I believe, off the top of my head, it's not Aquino. I'm going next. The person second from the left is going to be Icy.
Icy, all right.
He is the newest addition to the team. He coached the R6 team last
semester.
Oh,
did he now?
And he's stepped up to fill the slot of player for this semester. And then on his left is going to be Darkheart.
Okay.
He's the wild card of the team.
Okay, so he's playing like anything.
He'll play most things, yes, but he's also has his really, really good days and he has his really, really bad days. So we'll have to see how well he's going to end up playing for tonight.
You know what? I have faith in our team. We're going to do really good today.
Yes.
I've heard great things of our R6. I don't play R6 much, but but I do hear a lot of good things from our R6 team being one of the best in the region, at least from what I've heard, and they compete very well. So I'm excited to watch this, and I'm going to be cheering them on this entire time. So
yes, we do have one of the best teams of Rainbow Six I'm not going to say the nation, but definitely in the Pacific Northwest.
Okay.
In our conferences that we end up playing in. We have
the region,
one of the most stacked teams that we've got. But we are going to be playing the entirety of the nation going into CR6 here. So we're going to be playing against some really big hitters.
All right.
Tonight, I believe that we are playing Albany Navy. Is who I believe that we're playing. I'm not sure if they are a university or a school or if they're just a team of college students that are representing. Well, because sometimes what people do is instead of having like Auburn Navy, instead of having JV varsity and that distinction, they'll actually do it by color.
Oh, okay.
So Navy is one of the colors that it could be, and it could potentially be like Auburn or gold or whatever the school colors are.
We did that with our high school teams, actually. We did like Valorant Gold and Valorant White for our colors. So, yeah.
So it might just be what team that they are. I'm unsure. So you'll have to let us know in the chat if you guys happen to know who that is.
Do your research, please.
Help us out. Do our research for us, please. We greatly appreciate it. So.
Okay. Oh, that's from the Valorant game right there.
Yes, that was from the Val game. Yes. Yeah, I'm super duper excited. I did see that they were getting the custom lobby up and running there. 5 was getting the lobbies set up. So I imagine that we're going to be getting into the game here pretty soon. What are some things that you remember from your time playing the game?
From the game, I remember that Cav was annoying in ranked. I do remember Cav being one of those characters that everybody was annoyed at, but also not like really hate. It was a weird character. It's a character that requires a lot of skill that can also be really bad in this high level of gameplay.
Yes.
So I don't expect to see her at all. I know Ace Thermite, very, very good breachers.
Yes.
I remember hating them because they always took down my breaches. Oh, or not my breaches, my hard. What are they called? The metal walls?
They're called hard breach.
My hard breach.
Yes.
What are the walls called? Like the metal walls.
You just call them hard breach
barriers.
Walls.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, hard breach walls. Whatever they are, I do remember that. I'm trying to think. Bravo.
Bravo. Yes.
Is she still viable?
She is indeed still viable. Yes.
Yes, I remember dying to her multiple times playing Capkin because she would take my traps and I would not be aware.
Yeah.
I do remember Capkin being pretty good. He gets banned every once in a while.
There's a couple new agents that you're missing out on. One of them, for example, is the brand new agent who his ability is much like Capitão's, where he can set little mines.
Oh, okay.
But instead of attaching them strictly to doors, he can attach them anywhere in a room.
Oh, that's crazy.
Up to about 20 meters, and they can attach to each other.
Oh my goodness.
So when you walk through one, you'll set off like a chain reaction of a bunch of them, assuming that they trip.
Okay.
So
okay.
He's quite good right now.
Interesting.
He gets up to 7 of them.
What?
Yeah,
7. How many does Capitão get?
Capcan gets, I believe, 5.
Capitão
is the attacker.
The attacker. Okay.
He's the guy with the crossbow that smokes and fires.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's right. I'm sorry. My ball knowledge is
all good. That's A-okay. So.
Who's the guy who can set fire to the doors?
His name is Goyo.
Goyo. Isn't he pretty good?
He is very good, yes.
He delays a lot.
Yeah, the fire will last for 20 seconds, and it does an insane amount of damage over time. So you are almost never required to push through.
Last time I played, I don't remember it doing that much damage.
It is very good, yes.
That's okay. Well, that's good to look out for. Do you think we're going to see Goyo?
We see Goyo quite often,
okay.
Yes. It depends on the map, obviously. There's a couple really strong chokeholds on Night Haven Labs, for example, when you're playing in the basement. A lot of the times you'll run a Goyo.
Yep.
some of the other ones, like on Border, you'll occasionally run a Goyo. But yeah, not on every single map will you see him played. But
Who would you say is the most busted character right now that we will most likely see banned instantly?
oh, well, for a lot of it depends on what level you're playing at.
Yeah.
For the pro scene and for our collegiate match for tonight, I'm imagining Azami is going to be one of the insta-bans.
Azami. Oh, isn't Azami the one with the metal arm?
No.
No. She's the one with the throwing knives.
Yes, she has the
throwing
kunai.
knives.
Yes.
I do know those are busted because you have to break them with your hands or grenades.
Yes, you can shoot them out now, but they
Oh.
still require like half a clip, which is
that
still
is a lot of ammo. You can get caught off guard too, I'm assuming? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and she's one of the few operators in this game that can allow you to create one-ways out of nothing.
That for this game, that could be really crazy.
Yeah,
interesting.
footholds are very strong in this game, and so being able to actually create those anywhere and anywhere is very, very strong.
Yes.
So I imagine we're going to see a fairly often ban that we're going to ban.
Do you think we're going to be able to even see Azami?
Oh, yeah. People think that she's very strong, but you only really will ban Azami if your opponents have shown that they're willing to use her.
Okay, so you don't want to waste a ban on her unless
Correct.
Okay,
That
makes sense.
It's a lot better to ban somebody like a Kaid, for example, who is one of the only electrifying characters in this game in order to get your hard breach stuff going better. So,
what's the one character who sets up like a laser gate?
that one is a Rooney.
A Rooney.
Yes, she is the one with the prosthetic arm.
Yes, and she's pretty good, I've heard.
She's not that good. You can run her every now and then, but there are just other operators that will do it better than she can. But speaking of doing it better than we can, I heard that we have the first map information. It sounds like we are going to be going to Chalet.
Chalet. Oh, the cabin map.
Yes.
Oh, I love that cabin
map in the winter.
It looks really good, in my opinion.
I like the new lighting effect that they
really?
they redid the lighting for that stage, and I think it makes it look a lot nicer.
I've heard that they've done redone the lighting in this game like a lot recently.
Yeah. There's been a couple maps that they've done it. They haven't hit every single map yet, but yeah.
There's for CJX or something like that?
For CJX.
Oh, they banned Blackbeard. Hey, that's actually one of my mains.
Yeah, Blackbeard is very strong. I don't think he's busted strong, but because he has the shield and access to a rifle as well, people are just like, I don't want to have to deal with this guy. We're going to end up banning him.
I really liked playing him when he was not as good.
With the actual on the glass shield?
With the glass shield. I actually had a fun time. Even though he was really bad, I had a fun time playing him because it gave me opportunities to take ones and win them just due to my aim.
Yes.
So, seeing the change, I don't even know if I'm a fan. Playing with shields is a little bit more difficult, in my opinion.
It is definitely a lot more tricky, but if you can get a lot of mileage out of it, that does make him pretty ban-worthy here. Other bans that we've seen, Montaigne and Mira, pretty standard. Mira is the other one, defender that you will always see getting banned.
The window one.
Yes.
And it's a one-way window, too.
Yes. So her getting banned, especially on Chalet, round one, makes a lot of sense. So looks like the Vandals are going to start on defense here. If we can go ahead and get those sides swapped really quick. Oh, wait, are we? Okay, so R6 is going to be a little bit weird because the colors are not going to line up with what we're attacking.
Oh, okay.
That's good to know.
So that's okay.
Yes.
So are we in floor 1 right now? Is that where we're at planting?
I believe this is the kitchen site. Yes.
Kitchen site. All right. Yes. That is kitchen and
dining.
Dining. All right. Yeah, I don't know the callouts on this map, or just in general. Or R6 is a little bit more difficult because you have so many spaces. So all these callouts, I'm going to leave that up to you.
That's A-okay. If you guys want to kind of keep track at home, you'll actually notice at the very bottom there's a name of where every single person is, what room they're in.
Oh, I see.
And so even if you don't know the exact call-out, you can just say, oh, they're in the office here. They're in the dining room. They're in the West Main.
Experienced players will know exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah. So looks like we're going to go ahead and get a really fast entry here from the side of Alt on the Buck, just running right into the library as fast as he possibly can. And yeah, that's already a lot of space that he has control of.
Buck with that skeleton key, you can really get through those windows really fast. I am actually a fan of Buck myself.
Yes.
Being able to entry really fast and your team being able to follow up on that can be very good.
Yes. Solstice, I believe, is what this operator they're watching currently's name is. She is not seen very often. She was incredibly broken when she first came out, but
I do remember that.
At a professional level these days, after her nerfs, people don't run her nearly as often. So I'm curious to see how we're going to be able to incorporate her gadget into Hold here.
Looks like we have a, what's her name? With the air jabs.
Her name is Nomad.
Nomad, yes. Nomad is pretty strong at holding down that space, giving you a lot of info when you clear. Or, like, stops a lot of roamers, I believe is what they're called in this game.
Yes.
So, yes. Fight. And, wow. Icy getting a very, very Oh, it was a C4 pick.
Yes,
that looked
C4.
like an aim duel.
All they were doing was waiting for waiting for them to destroy that castle barricade and walk right into sight.
Very
so.
smart. Oh, and Chen catching ult. Looks like.
Yes, I was worried that the Vandals were going to have a hard time with how fast that Auburn
wow.
is trying to take this site, but I mean, they're just so confident in holding this site here.
I mean, it looks like we're just winning out our aim duels, and whatever just happened there, got a trade out coming from the Vandals.
Lonely Ace, Sideburn, I believe is their name here. In a 1v3 scenario, they're going to have to swing into here. They find one, are able to get a Kino, but that is going to be a ton of HP that they have lost here at this point.
One tap to literally anything could sneeze on them and they'd die.
Yes. They also, I don't think that they have realized that it is not an upstairs hold yet either.
Oh, they didn't find the bomb, did they?
Yes. The Vandals have been doing a very good job at holding this upstairs space, and because of that, they've been able to kind of trick Auburn at the beginning to be like, oh, they're actually going kitchen in this scenario. So now, yeah, you can see he's like, oh, I guess it's downstairs. I got to go get the
They put a
now.
lot of pressure in that start of the round, so making them think that it's upstairs, not being able to see it. So,
yes. Only 30 seconds left on the clock here. They've got a lot of time that they are going to need to use wisely if they want to try and clutch out this round here. But that being said, we do see 2 of those Goyo fires. That is going to be one of them down, 2 of them down. Make
3 of them
3.
down. Holy. He's going to stall out as long as he can, just try to win by time here.
Yeah, and he can't even use this Meatloaf there to try and open the wall because of the mute jammer that's sitting on that wall.
Oh, just great hold from the Vandals there.
Yeah.
Not really anything that Ace can do, unfortunately.
Very well done, very well done. And I mean, that is one of their favorite sites to hold. It's a little bit of a unique pick for the Vandals because I'm not going to say it's the weakest site to hold on this map, but it is definitely not one of the strongest ones. And so they really like that flexibility coming in. So I imagine we're now going to... Oh, we're actually going to go to a gaming bar. This one has been on the up and up, actually, as far as the sites that Chalet has been prevalent with, because it's been a lot easier to hold the window now.
Oh, is it?
With some of
Did
the
they
new
do some map
operators.
changes?
No,
or just
no new map
operators?
changes. New operators, new tactics for how you get in. Ying got a buff, for example, and so people are like, oh, we should actually try and run some Warden, for example.
Yeah.
We should try and run some more Wamai and Jaeger on this map.
Oh, that's
so
right. That's a hard counter to Ying, isn't
Correct.
it? Warden is really good when he's dodging those flashes. I remember that because anytime I'd play a flash character, I just get cooked.
We actually see Aquino on the Warden, in fact, so, I mean, it makes a lot of sense that we're going to see him here.
There's some characters here I don't know. Malusi was one of those. Who is Malusi?
She is the one that will put up a sound thing on the wall that when you walk near it will slow you down as you're walking through it. Yes,
I do know that. And then it looks like we have the water guy, the second to the left.
That one is Wamai. So he's the
Wamai.
one that will throw the disc that will catch things like grenades and Ying traps and things of the like. So it's like a budget Jaeger.
Okay. I was going to say, Jaeger, we're not seeing Jaeger at all. Was he banned?
No, he was not banned. Jaeger has had a couple reasonable nerfs over the years.
Oh, yeah, I heard he was really good in beta. Or,
he's just generally always been super duper good, and the last couple nerfs that he's been hit with over the last year and a half or so have started to really hinder his...
No, that's really unfortunate. I mean, when you're super strong, you got to get a couple nerfs.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. Anyway, looks like we're going to spray down that door.
Yep.
And it looks like we got a couple of the Vandals just, split up. Some up in second floor, some first floor.
Mm-hmm. You're going to see a lot of Aquino running around being that lurker. That's the thing that he tends to do the most. You'll actually notice, we're holding the second floor here with the Solstice here, just really trying to maintain as much of the space that we can.
Yeah. Looks like we're also trying to convince them that we have second floor as the bomb. They already saw it.
They have seen this this time. I did confirm that they know where the bomb is this go around, but they are still opting to, hey, we want to take that space. We want to clear out any roamers that we potentially could miss.
Yep. And it looks like Auburn's actually going through the basement to start.
Yes. Nova on the Dokkaebi also has been hit with a couple of nerfs recently.
I've also heard that too. Dokkaebi's been very strong in the past, being able to know exact locations and forcing people to open up their phone and giving, the attackers a lot of information. So, reasonable nerfs coming out from there. I would, Oh, an early fight. Chan winning against Nova with the, what is that, P90?
That is the P90 indeed, and you're not expecting to see somebody play on the snowmobile like that. That's kind of a weird off angle that you wouldn't ever expect that you need to be holding. So
good coming out from the Vandals,
Yeah. Vandals are also opting to really hold this blue stairs angle here. Azonis getting a nice shot onto Aquino, actually. That is going to be the Warden down. He has used his C4 already, so he's used most of his value up at this point. So
Warden is pretty selfish as a character, I know.
Yeah.
So he's a really heavy aimer, I believe, and you know him coming down honestly isn't as valuable as like a Melusa. Oh, Chan catching Zonus off guard.
Yeah,
we through the hatch.
Got some pretty good fights for the Vandals so far. It just seems like their angles that they're holding are a lot trickier than...
Chan is really just taking them out here.
Yeah, I don't think that Auburn here was expecting them to walk up that main staircase like that. It's such a weird play to go for.
It looks like this last character here is on 1 HP, having to clutch out a 1v3. Very difficult situation to be in.
Yeah, he only has 30 seconds left, and yeah, that foothold from 5 is going to result in a second round win for the Vandals.
And look at them being super hyped about that. You know, I believe in our Vandals here. They're looking very happy. You know, look at those smiles on their faces.
Our director looking very happy. You can tell the vibes right now are immaculate in that room. So,
you know, wow, 4 kills coming out from Chan. 3 of them, I believe, from that one round. He's doing really good that round there. And it looks like he's picking a zombie this round. We were talking about this at the start, and you know, I'm excited to see how zombie has played through this round. You know, talking about those one-ways, I'm really excited to see how he uses these. What are they called? What's his ability?
They're called Kibas.
Kibas. Yes, I'm very excited to see how these Kibas are used. I've also seen some crazy, you know, vault things that come out from a zombie. I don't know if they're legal in this kind of gameplay, but a zombie can get in these really awkward situations that nobody's expecting. So, how do they play a zombie? Do you know?
Really, what you do is you try and set up diabolical one-ways, and you can stall out for time. So, for example, if they were to try and get this upstairs door, if you were to open that, you can throw a Kiba barrier at it, and all of a sudden, I've just barricaded the door from across the map.
Yeah.
It is just he's more used as like a stalling tool than it is like an advantageous fight engagement.
And also, we got Castle coming out too. I know Castle's very strong sometimes. I think he might be very strong this round too. Man, I hate castle barriers. I am going to be completely honest. They're so annoying to deal with.
Yeah, it's one of those reasons that you super need to be bringing explosives on the side of offense.
And it looks like they're bringing Ash.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why you want to bring something like the Ash. So.
And also bring out the Lion. I'm a fan of the Lion. I'm not going to lie.
I also was a fan of the Lion. I specifically really, really like his DMR. It is a 2 body shot down gun. It is very, very strong.
That sounds very strong. And he used to be insanely broken.
Yes. That was a long, long time ago. That predates me, actually, even with this game.
Wow. You know, it predates me, but I do know that he was insanely busted when he first got released. And, you know, it was literal wall hacks.
Yes.
And then they had to nerf him because that was, you know, wall hacks might be a little busted in a game where you can shoot through walls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like we're going to be beating down this castle barrier. You know, this is why castle's so good against people without explosives, just having the knife down this wall. You know, that took, what, 7 knives?
Yes.
Goodness gracious.
It stalls for a lot of time, but it's time well spent for Auburn because having that kitchen control is going to be super duper important when you're trying to take piano and library.
Oh, and Clash using her... I forgot. They just recently released that where she can now put down her shield as a barrier. And, wow, Chan taking out ult instantly.
He has gone down going on the trade there, so we'll see if the Vandals can pick him up here, but that might be a down to Chan.
Are they aware, though? Is Auburn aware that they did down? And it looks like they are.
Yeah,
Chan. And then instantly getting traded by Akano, but we're also getting 5 taken out by Cybren? I believe that's his name?
Bren. Yeah, you're right. Bren.
Yep. And it looks like our ace here. Lion using his ability, not getting really any foot.
Yeah, Clash has been spotted out. We know that she is lurking around in the piano area. And it's, I mean, you might as well... Oh, you can actually see that the Vandals have case here.
Wow. I mean, she is just so strong, especially when she has this bomb here, or diffuser here. It is just such a hard situation to be in if you're an attacker.
That being said, Ash is a direct counter to that Clash now. Once you have put down the shield, it acts like a deployable shield.
Oh, so it's breakable now. Interesting.
It is breakable to explosives. So we'll see if Nova here is able to recognize that. He has spotted out.
That is devious.
We have picked up the shield, which does mean that it is not breakable anymore. Once it's in her hands, it's not breakable. So
okay, well... Clash. She can still shoot her electricity, can't she?
Only when it's down. She has to like be stepping on it in order to be using it.
Interesting. Okay, so that's honestly a decent nerf.
Yes.
She was absolutely busted because she could just walk around with that shield up. Just it was really hard to counterplay her, and she got banned frequently in my ranks anyway.
Yes. Yeah.
So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see what Auburn has to do. You know, fighting for the fuser, taking out Akano though.
Yeah, Aquino playing for as much as he can on this life lead. I mean, they are only at 20 seconds left, and we're all down to Icy.
And wow. You know, Nova just taking out the Clash there, really What did he do there? Just hit the shield and shot her legs?
Yeah, you can do that with the shield. However, Nova actually walked up the stairs behind the Clash, and I mean, with Icy down, you had your defenses down at that point. You had your person holding. You was no longer able to hold. So.
This is a new change, right?
Yes.
Bans mid-round here.
So you play 3 rounds, and then you get 1 additional ban just based on I'm not going to say vibes, but based on how the play style of your opponents are.
So we might see a ban from the the Clash or the Azami, and
I don't think we'll see a Clash ban. I mean, it seemed like they were able to negate it pretty well.
Yep, there's the Azami ban. And they actually banned the Ace, which could actually change out how this goes. Pretty interesting. And these bans don't stay for the next half, do they?
No, they don't. Once you swap sides, you do reset the bans.
Interesting.
Another 2 at the very beginning, and then 1 more, assuming you go to round number 9, I believe is the round count.
Oh, it looks like we're going to have the Castle come out again, and the Warden. So maybe the Warden could get a little bit more value than he did that last round, and I'm actually excited to see how the Warden gameplay goes. I'd like to play Warden, but he seems like a very difficult character to use, especially because you have to be suspecting, flashes or smokes.
You actually can react to the flashes with Warden. Even if you get blinded, you can activate your goggles retroactively, and it will remove the blind or smokes from you. So you don't have to preemptively have the glasses on, which I think is a little bit silly.
That is kind of crazy in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then does he have to stand still to see through the smokes? Is that like Glaz? Glaz has to stand still.
No, he can just see through it.
Okay, that's okay. Yep, that's cool.
Yeah.
And it looks like we're going to have a couple of our players roaming here, if that's what it's called.
Yes, it is called roaming indeed, and we have decided to go back to the kitchen dining room site, the Vandal Classic. Yes. After 3 rounds, you reset.
Okay, so that's
sites.
interesting.
Yes.
All right. That's good to know. That isn't how it used to be, was it?
No, it has been this way.
Really?
It's always been, if you win a bomb site, you can no longer go back to it, and then after 3 rounds, you will reset, because at that point, you only have 1 bomb site left to choose from, assuming you win them all.
That's interesting.
So it resets and allows you to
I did not know that. That's good to know.
So,
last time we were in kitchen, it looked like we were very dominant in their gameplay. So hopefully we can get that same dominance coming out again. And it looks like 3 of us are on second floor and 2 of us are only playing one side. And wow!
Oh.
Taken through the floorboards. Aquino?
Aquino.
Oh,
Aquino, yes.
Aquino taking out alt with a shotgun through the floor?
Yeah.
DMR.
I was unsure. I think it was a shotgun, honestly.
Wow, shotgun through the floor is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I believe it was the French shotgun, if I were to remember.
Oh, downing the... Not able to finish that off, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's
2 teammates here to back him up, too.
That's the power of that DMR, man. Like we said, it's 2 body shots, and then you just get downed like that. So now the Vandals are trying to protect Chan here if they can.
Like he is getting up there, which unfortunate for Auburn. And wow, this floorboard play again. Oh, saw a glimpse.
We know there's at least 1 here, but yeah, that hard breach getting opened up here is going to mean the Vandals are going to have a harder time playing off of this verticality that they've set up here.
Don't want to accidentally shoot your teammates here.
Yeah.
A little scary.
Solstice here is kind of stuck in a rough spot, and yeah, that's going to be very good clear.
Chan taken out with the flash too. Holy.
Yeah, covering Aquino with the crossfire there.
Oh.
Swings a little bit early, but these 1-for-1 trades are
just so much coming out here. 1v1 situation. Wow, both chip damage coming from the Goyo and the who is that playing?
That is semi-new operator. I am trying to remember what her name is and what she does. Raura, I believe is what her name is. What she'll do is she will deploy a
Darkheart.
Wow,
just taken out from a different angle. Good shots coming out from Darkheart.
Barely able to see him there in that scenario. Nice shot.
Something about R6 is that angles are everything in this game, and it is so hard to tell where people are coming from, especially when they have these pixel angles. Yeah, it is a very difficult game with a very high skill ceiling.
Yes, very much so.
Great shots coming out from Darkheart, though.
Able to clutch out that round. It was down to a 3v1 at one point, actually. He was able to pick up 2
That's nice.
Right outside of kitchen, and then, just nice shot on 1v1. So
great 1v1 coming out from our team. Very interesting. And I couldn't even do this. Like, I'm going to be honest. This is just like, the gameplay is too much for my brain.
Yes. If you guys are watching at home and you guys are seeing this game played at the level, you're like, I could probably do that. That doesn't look that difficult. I just point and click at the guys and I open up a couple of walls. How hard could it be? No, this is the highest level gameplay that we're seeing here right now. And it is very difficult to execute.
Yeah, you hop in the game and you just get cooked. It is a very, very difficult game. Do not think you can do this. Like, it is. These guys have put in the hours, put in the work for this gameplay. So, props to them. And what is happening? They're not even set up for first or second floor, and they're setting up for second floor.
Yep.
Looks like fake, or they're just roaming here.
No, the roaming of upstairs is something that the Vandals are very, very confident and strong. Feel is very strong on the map of Chalet specifically, and they.
I mean, it looks like it too. I mean, Auburn has been trying to take that control second floor, and they just keep losing it out.
They have to spend so much time trying to clear out the Vandals that are upstairs that they just don't have time to run into the site and try and get that case down.
And with those breakable floors, it can shoot right through them. So that honestly makes sense that they need to clear out that second floor, immediately taking down the front door.
Yeah. It's pretty normal to see people shooting down barricades in this game. It's even though it's a little bit slower, like 3 hits will break a barricade, but it's a lot safer to go for the bullets than it is for something like a melee. So,
I don't think I've been seeing a lot of drone usage. That might just be because we're not seeing their perspective.
We're not seeing their perspective, but you'll also notice up there in the top right corner that the Auburn has used up 7 of their 10 drones in total.
Goodness.
So the Vandals have been doing a really good job at actually clearing these drones out.
Denying that drone info is very good, especially for this game. And I see it taking out Nova with a C4 and then alt taking out Aquino immediately after. Good trades coming out, evening up another 4v4.
Yeah, I'm not sure where Aquino was playing at, but that going down is going to matter a little bit for the Vandals. But yeah, again, on that Warden, there's no smokes or flashes on the side of the enemy team here. So, I mean, it's not going to get much value anyway.
So, honestly, this game is very slow. Having to play it very slow, taking out these guys, clearing the space methodically. Because if you mess up once, it's over.
Yes.
Is that a DMR with a suppressor?
It's a shotgun, actually.
Oh!
But it functions like a DMR. Much, so.
Okay, that's really good to know. And sounds a little bit busted.
It was, at one point, it had some nerfs to its damage done.
Okay.
And the spread of the shotgun no longer is nearly as wide. So it's not nearly as good. But it is still the gun of choice, which is crazy because they actually get the other gun that I don't remember the name of off the top of my head that Mira has. Goyle also gets that one. The Vector.
The Vector.
The Vector.
Alt taking out 5 with a very nice... I don't even know what you call it. Just like a very nice jiggle peek. Jiggle peeks are rewarded in this game a lot more than others because you can shoot accurately while scoped in.
Yes.
It looks like Auburn did take second floor and has cleared it for all of its information. So they can now start clearing that first floor for the bomb and maybe hopefully get diffuser down or, win out these 3v4. They do have man advantage and taking out Chan instantly after I say that.
Yeah, they've got plenty of time here in order to execute here in the game, especially with the Flores. The Flores here is really going to be able to drone people out right at the very end here. And
I see getting one and getting traded out immediately. 1v3 situation again.
It's Darkheart again.
Darkheart taking out 1v2 situation.
Oh, spots him out just barely. Doesn't get the down.
Oh,
and yeah, that crossfire coming from Zonus is able to clean it up there right at the very end.
Very good attempt coming out from Darkheart. It looks like he has this clutch factor down.
Yeah.
So, it was winnable. It was very winnable for Darkheart. Almost took him down, too.
Hey, that being said, that's round number 2 on the board for Auburn here.
Yep.
So, I mean, they've clearly figured out how they're wanting to execute this top floor. Now that they've figured out, hey, the Vandals are stacking 3 upstairs, we know that we really need to flush them out, and when we do, that's a free site because it's just 2 at that point.
Yeah.
So,
Aurora. Yeah. Aurora.
Raura.
And we got Blitz coming out. This is the second round they're taking out Blitz.
Yes.
Blitz can be very strong. I know that for a fact. And immediately switching it for the Yang.
Yeah.
Both flashes. But Blitz is needing to be close to that person to be able to flash them, and then, he only does have that pistol for him. At least I'm aware of.
Yeah, he only gets a pistol. Barring, I guess if you want to count Blackbeard as a shield user, Blitz is definitely the best shield operator in the game right now.
Being able to flash and then instantly take him down. Can they reload behind their shields yet?
Yes, they can.
Yes.
That is a change that
happened
very,
very strong.
6 to 9 months ago or so.
Really?
Yeah. So it's been fairly recently, but yeah, it is a new thing that you can do now.
Yeah, that sounds like a very good change to shields because shields had to get behind cover then reload because their entire shield just messes them up.
Yes.
But seems like a really good buff for them.
Yeah, they actually overtuned them just a hair because they also made it so you could throw your deployable gadgets from behind the shield, so you could throw things like nades just around the shield and not get punished for it.
That's crazy.
That change, I'm not going to say has been reverted, but it has been adjusted. So now they actually do
reveal a little bit more. Yeah. That sounds like a very needed because being able to throw a grenade behind a shield sounds a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
I know people were insanely excited for that, though. That was like one of the changes I heard when I was playing. I was like, oh, that sounds very good because shields kind of...
Yeah, we're actually right now in a shield meta. You will have noticed that 2 of the 4 bans so far on offense have been shields. So.
Oh, and it looks like, oh, what is his name? Oh, I got this. Don't remind me.
You'll get
Pulse.
there. Yes.
Pulse. And it looks like Icy is aware of the person coming through second floor. But
he's going to get droned out here.
Oh.
Nice shot. Good aim. Good aim. That's fine. It's a drone.
It is a drone. Very hard to shoot when they're in view.
Yes.
Looking like we're going to be droning out some more. Now
Yeah.
getting the second floor information is going to be very good for Auburn, you know, because our Vandals really like the second floor control.
Yeah, we're not opting to hold the balcony room this time. We're instead opting to hold more of the master area as well as just maintaining this control of blue stairs here. I mean, it's just so important that you can control this because that just controls how fast you can rotate from upstairs to downstairs, barring use of a hatch, obviously. But that's more of an extreme entry onto a floor below.
Yeah.
You don't usually want to try and do that. So,
well, it looks like Auburn has got that second floor taken down, and it looks like they are going to be trying to take this stairs here very soon. And it looks like he got joined out. And then Darkheart taking out Nova. Don't know where that was located, but he definitely did get his one. And, oh, that was a drone with an explosive. That's Flores.
Yes, Flores is a very strong agent. He is able to push people back and away from their positions. And in that case, Zonas is able to get the pick on Chan because of it.
No, very good play coming out. And, wow,
Aquino.
Goodness.
You'll get it. You'll get it. Don't worry.
Taking out all, and then Sun immediately responding with a pick of his own. Looks like they are starting to clear this first floor 2v3 situation coming out. Oh, Sun taking out Aquino. And now Darkheart put in another 1v3. But don't count him out just yet.
No shotgun this go around.
Oh,
yeah,
and that hatch open, and he's just getting killed. Yeah. Man, that hatch position was really unfortunate for Darkheart. Oh.
Yeah, very good for Auburn to actually open that. I don't think the Vandals opened it. I think normally you want to keep that one closed. So very good awareness from Auburn to be like, hey, we want to try and get this hatch open because it really matters to us. So
you know, it's probably not going to happen, but I'd really like to see a Capcan come out.
You would be surprised. You can actually run Capcan on a few of the maps. Really? One of the big ones is... Oh, I want to say Bank so bad.
I was going to say Bank. I was going to say Bank. That was the one. Oh, really?
You don't really see Capcan run on Bank. No, it's just a little bit too open, and there's too many soft walls that you have to breach through in order to traverse the map. So you don't really see Capcan picked all that much.
Wow, Bandit and Thermite. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
I don't think we saw a lot of Bandit. Interesting band.
No. Well, we have swapped sides.
We have swapped sides.
Which is why...
maybe that they did their research. Striker, isn't that a default agent?
It is, yes. What he does is he has a wide variety of guns that you can pick from, and you get 2 sets of gadgets. Instead of like something designated, you get 2 sets of it. So you can have nades and smokes, and that's really, really powerful.
Okay. And you can only run 1 at a time, am I right?
Yeah, you can only run 1 operator per team.
I remember pre-buff for the default characters, you could run 5.
Yes, you at one point could run 5.
But they didn't have anything, really.
No, they were quite bad. But now they're actually not a horrible pick. They have a lot of that clearing utility, as well as because they have so many deployable gadgets, they can get through things like Jaegers and Wamais very, very fast.
Nice.
But that being said, when you have both of them on the side of Auburn here, that is a lot of utility you're going to have to commit in order to try and get through some of the spots that Auburn here is trying to hold.
It looks like we also do have the Jaeger coming out, and that's probably going to be a very hard counter Striker here.
Yes, it will be.
Since he has a lot of those throwables. And Capetillo, Twitch, Flores, and Grim, I believe is that last character.
That is Grim.
You know, Grim, his Swarm, I believe is what it's called, is very good at information and just denying space. Yeah,
it's a lot like a Nomad air jab, where you can kind of set it either in front of you or behind you and kind of control those rotates from the defenders.
Yeah.
But you can also send it into the site and have get some information on, where are the defenders holding the site from. So it can function more like an offensive Nomad jab as well. Okay, we do spot out the drone here.
Very funny. You know, it doesn't look like they're going for as much second floor control as our Vandals were. Only committing 2 here is what it looks like. But, you know, still going to need to clear that out. As, you know, they also do have a Mira. Mira very strong, getting that information and denying information at the same time.
Yeah, Auburn can kind of feel like they don't need to send 3 upstairs because they have some of those Kiba barriers backing them up as well. So the Vandals will have a lot of utility that they're going to have to clear one by one in order to make it down to the first floor of this site now.
All right. It's gonna, you know, those zombie barriers, it looks like being a little bit, you know, differently used compared to our Vandals. It looks like trying to set up those easier holds for Auburn compared to the Vandals. I think they're using a little bit more defensively. A very slow gameplay coming out this round. trying to methodically clear this out, especially the Vandals, wanting to make sure that they do not miss a single lane. A lot of utility just being thrown everywhere. Taking down that barrier for stairs.
And that's the power of Wamai, is that he gets his little discs that will deploy the gadgetry, like catch the gadgets, over time. So if you can play your life, then you actually get more of them throughout the round.
Chan taking out Zonas, very awkward gunfight happening there.
Yeah, barely able to see Zonas there, but he's able to get the pick. So that's going to be the Warden down from the side of Auburn here. They have wasted a lot of time. It's 2 minutes down on the clock.
Yeah. Looks like Grim actually caught the zombie off guard and revealed his location. So aware of a little bit more information there. And it looks like the Vandals have just the man advantage and utility advantage here.
Yeah, but the problem is that they're not positioned in order to try and get into the game room here. They're
Spots
a little bit far out, but
catches Nova. Wow.
That's going to be an important pick.
Yeah, that's the two second floor players. So looks like they can start clearing that first floor now.
Yeah, they have a whole 30 seconds in order to set up their execute here. Really, they only have to even be worried about things like Jaegers at this point, because Auburn doesn't really have any like site anchors utility on site. So 20 seconds left.
It looked like I think I know the Vandals. They like to time or go. Oh, okay. All taken out Icy. Very nice pick. Starting to even out the gameplay. The Vandals really like to go for very slow, and they like to run the timer out. That is something I'm aware of. And wow, catching Cybren? Yeah, and looks like they're going to be able to plant the diffuser, and Defenders actually kill the diffuser.
Oh no!
What happened?
I didn't even
see. Through the floorboards.
Oh, through the floorboards. Oh, that was it. I was wondering why the Vandals had gotten off the bomb there. We were planting the bomb. You can plant it up until even after 0 hits, as long as you are planting the bomb actively, or the diffuser actively. You will get it down. But I guess Auburn did a very good job there at getting the down on the diffuser. There, so.
You know, very well played coming out from Auburn.
Yeah.
Maybe they did their homework and realized that we like to run that timer out.
Yep.
And so being able to deny that and winning out the round just because we had to get off, very, very smart play coming out from Auburn.
Yeah. And
maybe you can go.
That's put them at the advantage, actually, going into this map now. They have taken it 4-3. They have found their stride in this round number 1. So
maybe the Vandals are going to adapt, maybe play a little bit faster this round. It looks like they did win their gunfights when they were playing slower, but can they win their gunfights when they're playing a little bit faster? Looks like we are going to go into basement, though. So a little bit harder to clear out, maybe.
Yeah, we didn't see basement from the side of the Vandals, so this is pretty much going to be free reign for how Auburn is going to set themselves up. I'm curious what their strats are going to look like.
Yeah, maybe a lot of roaming coming out from Auburn, you know, having to clear out second floor, first floor, and then basement.
Yeah,
it's going to be a little bit more difficult.
More to your point even, you'll actually notice we ended up bringing the Legion for the first time. Just really being able to control that space with the goo mines is super important.
Now you can see those. I remember when they were invisible.
Yes.
They were very good.
They were very good, and now you can see them as they get set up. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, looks like we are going to go for a shield. We are taking out. You're going to have to remind me his shield.
That one is Montaigne.
Montaigne.
You can just call him Monty.
Monty. That's right. Yes, the shield guy.
Yeah,
everybody knows him.
He was the shield guy for a while.
Yep. And he can be very strong. I don't know. He just has a shield.
Yeah. What makes Montaigne so strong is the fact that the shield is fully deployable, which means that he's completely safe.
Okay.
And because of that, it's really, really easy for somebody to walk behind a Montaigne and get a lot of value out of it.
All right. Well, hopefully he can provide that value for his team, being able to enter and get that information just as a walking drone. But, you know, a walking drone is better than a breakable drone.
Yeah, Aquino is being very, very aggressive, already having walked into the main entrance here.
And, wow, immediately Icy going down to the stairs.
Yeah, he's really trying to use his unbreakable drone-esque powers to get that information.
I mean, hey, if you got that position, it's probably very strong. And Idaho, nothing. Oh, picking that right back up.
Yep.
Okay. Chan actually catching alt.
Good first pick here for the Vandals, and that is going to be a big one because it's the Wamai that has gone down, which means that there is no more abilities for getting rid of that gadgetry.
Oh, yes. No trophy system.
Correct. You want to try and stay as long as you can as the Wamai. You want to stay alive.
That laser gate.
Hey, we got the Azami. Yeah. Or that one's a Rumi, excuse me.
A Rumi.
That one's a Runi.
Oh, wow, what an angle. I'm not going to lie. If that wasn't a shield user, he'd be cooked.
He would be very dead, yes.
That is an angle and a half. And, you know, getting a lot of information from Monty here, being able to call out exact locations and just standing in the doorway, not really anything they can do to stop it. Yeah, looks like we're setting up that air jab for flank watch. And Chan catching Cybren and Sun catching 5 instantly right after. they're doing a great job at trading out and being able to even out this gameplay, this entire game. And, Dark Heart just really taking out zones, as I say that.
I like that the Vandals were willing to pivot to try and opening the freezer wall instead of just trying to barrel through the Rooney gate. They were able to pivot and be like, hey, we actually want to open one more angle for you to have to worry about us pushing from. And now you can actually see that Son here is a little bit hesitant on which angle he should be holding now.
Yeah. And yeah, this is just a very tough spot to be. Two of them, actually, both. And immediately taking out Darkheart. Wow. And taking out the diffuser, Nova going very fast on the retake for the site, I believe. Is that?
Yes.
Would you call it a retake in this game still?
You can call it a retake.
Oh, Chan taking out Nova. And, on a triple kill, can he get this fourth? I know where the general area of Son is, but have to play it very slow still.
Yeah.
1 second floor, 1 first.
He has all the time in the world to play this Ring Around the Rosies game. The Vandals are actually, I think they're droning him out currently.
Yeah.
Or they're at least attempting to.
No,
yeah,
he is in that area of the denial.
Has jumped in. Sound
Sees
cue
him.
goes out.
Son taking out Aquino.
He's five
Wow,
at
and
that
Son
point.
taking out Chen. Oh, hey, great gameplay coming out from Son.
Very well played on this hold. Yeah, that is the power of Azami. I mean, she can just stall you out for as long as she possibly can with those one ways, and then I mean, once you've destroyed them, her guns is still super duper strong.
Yeah, I mean, I would just shoot him out if I got the opportunity. I don't know if that's smart or not, but maybe the Vandals probably know a lot more than I do. I mean, they do.
I mean, it looks like the Vandals have decided to take a timeout here. That is going to be the 4th loss in a row, actually, for Auburn here. They have done quite well in figuring out how the Vandals have been wanting to play so far and adapting to it. So the Vandals taking a timeout, saying, hey, let's recollect ourselves, figure out what's going on right now, and let's change up a couple things.
Maybe they can readapt back.
Yes.
It is defense is a completely different half. Maybe they just need to play a little bit faster. Maybe they need to play even slower. I don't know. It is looking like they are just getting timed out and playing maybe a little bit too slow. So
I think the Vandals are playing just a hair bit too slow. I agree with you. But really what I actually think the Vandals need to start adjusting is their communications on who is holding what. You'll notice there on that last round that Som was able to actually kill the Monty fairly easily because nobody was actually holding him.
Yeah, that was probably a very bad play coming out from them.
It wasn't even that it was a bad play. It was just that those comms weren't there. Like, hey, I need somebody to be holding the front of my pillar here, and they just weren't holding it.
Yeah. Could have caught that out and actually won the game off that because that was their clutch.
Yes, that's exactly right. So Vandals having to make a couple adaptations going into the next couple rounds here, and Auburn wanting to put a stop on their tracks. Yeah. So.
They're getting a lot of information coming out from, all these characters. They have Mirror with the window. They have Legion with the mines. And, they also have a zombie. No, they didn't have a zombie this round. But they have the Rooney with the laser gates. Providing just a little bit of information, denying that, push through the laser gates. How much utility can that suck up?
The gates? You can send one piece of utility through it, and then it will go away for about 30 seconds or so.
And it's indestructible, isn't it?
It is indestructible,
Unless
but
explosions.
No, it is just straight indestructible.
Wow.
It's a lot like Jaeger in that it only will remove one piece of utility. So
Jaeger used to be able to take out every single piece.
Correct. Now Jaeger's is also on a timer, so he can only do one utility at a time per trophy system. So
that was a pretty large nerf coming out from that. Yeah. Auburn's still using every piece of utility very smart, and maybe bringing out the Blackheart or Blackheart, Blackbeard.
Blackbeard.
Holy
yes.
That's a character I play. I don't even know his name. Blackbeard. Hopefully they can use his shield better than they did with the Monty. Being able to use a rifle with a...
Yeah, it makes it a lot better. That's an example of that gate getting destroyed like that. And you can destroy it with a drone.
Yeah, but that seems like a lot more value
being
put towards the gate. That's probably the best thing you want coming out from that. It's a drone. Looks like they are just going to be clearing out the second floor again. The bombs are first floor. No, second floor.
The bomb is second floor this time. So Vandals are going for more of an upstairs take than let's clear downstairs.
Yeah. Seems like when they're up second floor, it's easier to clear out second floor and not really worry about the other floors as much compared to planning first floor. You need to worry about 2. You need to worry about second floor and maybe a little bit of basement. But maybe the Vandals are able to easily take second floor compared to the first floor and basement takes. But wow.
Ooh, great shot from Aquino. That was a difficult one for Alt to try and hit there. I respect going for it, but yeah, with that SMG-11, very, very difficult shot to hit.
These angles just really hurt my brain because every single one is just like, you can do that? And wow, yeah, no, you're really seeing this Mira value come out here. Being able to see the guy shooting through window, but the guy just trying to shoot through the wall back, and it's just very difficult. Having to run up and break it with your hands, I believe, or a grenade.
Yeah, you can melee it, but a lot of people will just throw a explosive at it and just get rid of it entirely. Oh, yeah, that is the power of the Blackbeard. I thought for sure he was going to walk right into the loving crosshairs of Darkheart.
Wow, pushed him back right in the basement, not expecting that flank. You know, great team play coming out from the Vandals there. That was really smart.
Yeah, and they have a whole minute 15 left on the clock here to try and make something happen, and that kill especially is going to do a lot for the Vandals here. All that's left is going to be the one roamer downstairs and then the site anchor of Mute.
Yes, Mute. Very, very strong if you have a lot of, utility that requires power, I believe.
Yes.
I'm a fan of Mute. I like his shotgun.
His shotgun is very good. The Nova is super duper strong, and he has access to that SMG.
Wow!
Not going to matter a whole lot when you have a whole ACOG on the side of the Vandals there.
Yeah, isn't that the scope?
Yes.
Yep, the ACOG is really good. Great stuff coming out from the Vandals. This round has been very in their favor with these gunfights. And, the Blackbeard maybe just, wow, yeah, look at that. That is just...
okay, that not quite lethal nade damage. The Blackbeard is suffering from this goo mine.
Yeah.
As we, he's not. I guess, he hasn't walked into there a little bit further.
Wow, I mean, this is just evil, in my opinion. Blackbeard just being able to do this, and this is why I like Blackbeard. Blackbeard's just, wow, yeah, dude, yeah. Okay. Just immediately taking him out the moment he looks away. It's very smart coming out for the Vandals there.
I like that the Legion there was trying to peek that window because there was one of the Vandals there. He's like, hey, I'm trying to bait the Blackbeard into deploying their shield, and I'll swing in the window just in case there's somebody there. But, I mean, yeah, with Blackbeard, it's so difficult to play around that shield like that. So
I mean, being able to have that rifle mixed in with having a shield is probably one of the strongest shields in the game, I'd assume.
Yeah, that is what makes it the strongest shield currently, for sure. So
strongest shield currently, really?
Yep.
Wow. I mean,
strong enough to get banned fairly
there
frequently.
There it is. And, Mira instantly getting banned too provided too much information. They did not like that. So,
yeah.
Looks like we are heading into our, 12th? No, 10th round.
This is 10th
round.
rounds
It says at the top, and I'm just guessing. Yeah, 10th round. It looks like we did stop their win streak, and maybe we can fight back to a 5-5 tying it up. Looks like we're going to be pulling out the Legion again, the Wamai, and actually pulling out the Warden for Auburn. This is the first round they pulled out that.
Yeah, and that's because they're going to that gaming bar site because it's so easy for the Vandals to just throw in so many smokes and util through that window that they just have to bring the Warden. It's too much of a threat.
No, if they can take out that Warden, it might seem easier. Maybe if their Warden's a very strong aimer, he might be very lethal. But the moment that he gets picked off, it might be in the favor of the Vandals.
Yes.
And it looks like they are going to go for that second floor roam again. Setting up that gate or that barricade on the front of the stairs, that seems to be very popular.
It's very, very popular. Yes, the being able to hold the upstairs is super duper strong. And the reason they put it up there is because you don't have to worry about people walking up to your deployable shield like that. Right. So you only have to check your downstairs if you're worried about getting attacked.
All right.
Because they're going to make noise trying to destroy that deployable shield before.
Looks like 4 of us are actually... Oh, 3 of us now are located second floor. 4 of us were located second floor for a second there. Auburn, heavy on the second floor right now.
And the reason they do it is just so that you can set things up a little bit faster. It's easier to do with an extra pair of hands. So
all right.
Even if they aren't intending on playing upstairs. They
looks like 3 of us are going to decide to place second floor there. Auburn sticking 3 there, and 2 of them sticking to the first floor. You're going to be playing around his jammers and, has that shotgun SMG loadout, so it's going to be very, very strong for that site hold.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So I'm curious to see how the Vandals are going to try and adapt to this take. We do spot out the Wamai upstairs. That is not Wamai, that's Warden upstairs.
They take this guy out. They do have a very strong, they can throw their flashes and smokes without, like, a fear in the world now. But that's only if they can take him out. They spotted him, but now the question is, can they clear him? Getting a little bit of information from that drone there.
That was a dirty pixel angle that Sun was holding there. We saw a little bit earlier, and Chan is going to fall victim to it, putting the Vandals down their grim.
I'm telling you, it's evil. This game is evil.
Yeah, pixels galore in this game is the name of the game. So,
and just shooting through every wall. You just shoot every wall, and it works. I've seen some crazy kills, especially coming out from the Vandals. Wow. I mean, this seems like a very popular spot to hold.
Yeah, I mean, especially with how flexible it is for going upstairs or downstairs on that game room hold.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just such a strong place to play. So
Looks like, wow, Darkheart immediately taking out Son. Sprang through that wall, maybe got a little bit got a little too giddy, took him out. Zonas also saying second floor still. 2 of our Auburn players second floor.
And we've actually rotated out the ult from playing on this deployable shield. We've swapped it in for zones just because we're getting to the point now where, yeah, we just want to slowly filter our way back towards the site.
Yeah. And it looks like 3 of our Vandals are situated towards the stairs. Looks like Flora is putting his drone out to destroy the barricade there.
I'm unsure whether or not the drone actually spotted out the person here. I think we're going to smoke it just to make sure.
Wow, and 5 taking out all. Second floor. And now last 2 situated first floor. And Icy taking out Cybren. Cybren.
That is going to leave zones here in a 1v4 scenario. He's all on his lonesome. Not even on site, actually, where he's playing. He's playing in the mudroom instead of over by on site.
You know, maybe trying.
Oh, but he has
not
dodged
getting
his drone. He really didn't get cleared at all, so he has a potential to get a couple, probably 2.
Wow. Great positioning actually coming out from Zonas here. Still winnable, not losable. Or is losable, but also very winnable. Taking out Icy.
Finally, he's going to get spotted out. That is the diffuser as well, which means that Vandals are just going to have to fight him unfairly, which they do end up winning.
Yeah. You know, Akino immediately taking him out, responded with, stop that. And, you know, it works. You know, great aim coming out from our team. I'm not going to lie. They are able to adjust to where these people are located very fast. That's one thing in R6 that I'm very jealous of is the aim. Aim in this game is everything.
Yeah, I actually play on a much higher sense in this game compared to some of the other shooters that I play on.
Really?
Just 1 for the recoil control, and 2 just so I can make sure that my aim is that snappy.
Oh,
so.
I play on a similar sense to my Valorant sense. So it's not the lowest, but it's also not that high. So I have to move my mouse a lot, and you know, in this game, it is.
It's very important to be able to move your mouse. So, speaking of moving, we're moving to the basement yet again.
Oh, this is their good hold.
Yes,
they kind of cooked on this one.
Not only did they cook, they actually clutched on this hold. The Vandals were able to execute pretty good going into this site. They really were able to make sure that they were able to take control of Wine.
Yeah.
But they unfortunately miscommunicated a little bit on how their plant was going to go down. So,
and it looks like we're actually going to get the Azami and Aruni back.
Yes.
And that was what honestly won them the round last time. So hopefully the Vandals can adjust to that again.
Yes.
Very scary. And yeah, look at that. They're just setting up those barricades. That's evil. Being able to do that in a game that requires angles is evil.
Yeah, hence that's one of the main reasons why defenders need to be willing to drone so much, right? Being able to actually send in the drone to get that information on, hey, are they playing on this barrier or should we disrespect it, you know?
Yeah.
That's really important from the side of offense. And that's like the only thing that really makes it so defenders aren't just heavily favored in this game.
Well, it looks like the Vandals are going to pull up Monty again. Hopefully this time not going to get caught while planning the diffuser. That's kind of what honestly threw us last time. Now hopefully they go a little bit faster so they're not running on fumes on the timer. So
yeah, Auburn doesn't really have much util as far as stall goes. They have that Aruni gate, which they can use, which got them some good value last time. This time they did bring the Tubrero, though. Tubrero is an operator where he'll shoot like a little thing of ice at your hard breach and stall it. For a while, for up to I think 15 seconds.
That is crazy.
But it's a lot like a mute jammer where you just throw it at the wall and it will mute gem it for 15 seconds. But once it goes away, it just resets and it starts deploying again. So.
Oh, okay. So that's why you need a bandit and get rid of it. But then bandit is pretty kind of bad.
No, bandit is really strong. Hence why he's been banned.
Oh, he is banned. Oh, I'm just a little stupid. Yeah, bandit actually being one of the first bans, and I'm not catching that. Yep. Wow, bandit. Can he trick? Isn't that what it's called?
Bandit is his ability to trick has been exponentially improved because you can put more than one battery down on a wall.
Oh my goodness!
So you can have a battery down and then just sit next to the wall and react to which one instead of having to pick up the battery and put it back down.
It's really funny.
It is a lot better now. So,
wow, I would love to see that, but I'm assuming he's getting banned every single time.
Auburn did not ban Bandit the last couple times, but the Vandals decided, no, we don't feel like he's actually super necessary for our holds. We didn't ever end up going basement. So we didn't need to actually end up playing the Bandit.
That makes sense. He's very strong in that garage.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact. It looks like Monty getting a little bit of info in that basement here.
We have spotted out the mute jammer, which most likely means that nobody is going to be playing here. And yeah, we're going to use that cannon opener to really open up this wine here. And the Vandals are hoping to yet again just walk right up onto the default spot in wine and plant that bomb.
You know, Grim actually putting his swarm right on stairs, denying that walkthrough, now walking up. Chen catching Son. And wow, getting spotted out by these flies. You know, they are really good. If you can throw those correctly, they're really good. Is there a direct hard counter to those?
Nope, you just don't walk into it.
Wow.
Oh, the hard counter is actually like Jaeger. Jaeger will shoot it out because
okay.
it's a can before it becomes deployed.
Yeah, but the moment it's deployed, there's nothing you can do.
Correct.
And it just sits there for, what, 10, 15 seconds?
It's more like 20. It sits there for a while.
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah. You can walk through it, though. You just risk getting your location.
Oh, picking out Darkheart.
Oh, that angle is still so disgusting. We're going to try and get the bomb down yet again.
Catching a little bit of that. Doing a lot of damage. Wow.
There we go.
Aquino and Chen taking out 2.
And that is the crossfire that the Vandals were missing the time that the basement execute happened.
Wow.
Yeah, we can actually see the Monty sitting in the corner of this site here.
Yep. Having diffuser down. So, you know, that's one of the things that Monty can do. Plant the diffuser and immediately just sit on bomb. Or diffuser, and it's just really good. And wow, Aquino actually catching him as he gets pushed back into his line of sight. Very good play coming out for the Monty there.
Yeah, pushing their opponent right into the loving hands of Aquino is just super duper good, and that's the power of Monty.
That
in
was
that case.
so smart. Yeah. You know, it's like back up because what's he gonna do? Shove you over and then kill you. That's so you either have to back up or just be better, and unfortunately he's neither.
Yes. That is going to put the Vandals at match point now. It is 1st to 7 going into these rounds. So we'll have to see whether or not Auburn is able to clutch up and bring us into overtime, or if the Vandals are able to finish it here and now. We are going to return back to gaming and bar for a potential last round.
And it looks like we are actually on a 3-round win streak.
Yes, so we have turned it around. We were down 4 in a row, and the Vandals have realized, hey, our attack needs some work. We're going to change up how we're attacking. Basically, we're going to play a little bit more together than we have been.
And actually, coming out from Auburn, Smoke. I haven't seen a lot of Smoke play. Smoke can be very good. I know that for a fact. His smokes do how much damage a tick, would you say?
It's kind of a lot. I'd say it's like 15 to 20 per tick.
Okay.
So it does respectable damage. Nothing nearly as fast as like a Goyo fire, for example. But the fact that you can throw them from so far away and you don't have to preset them is
it also can't be seen through. So deny info, deny space.
You can see through smoke. It's a little bit difficult.
Really?
You can see through it a little bit, yeah. It is semi-translucent.
Okay.
You can also see through it with someone like Warden and Glaz, actually, which is very funny.
Unfortunately, they do have a Warden, so they can combo that smoke into the Warden.
Yes, they
can. If they're really good, they're going to.
Yeah.
Well, I like to see how they play this because I'm actually a fan of those original Agent Smoke, Mute, all those really cool designs for characters, and I'm a fan of like the OGs. So
very very grounded designs from way back in the day.
Yeah.
Can you believe it's already been like
10 years?
10 years. It's been well over 10 years actually that this game has been out.
Isn't Siege X celebrating their 10 years? Oh, wow, 5 actually taking a little bit of damage there. Now they know one's basement. That's actually good information, and hopefully the Vandals take advantage of that and just pinch this guy. Oh, the drone not catching whoever that was and instantly getting destroyed. Denying a little bit of information.
Yes. And actually, there's going to be 2 here. There's one playing on the west main stairs, and then there's also one holding the pixel.
Swing into him, sees him.
Yes.
Wow, Son catching out Aquino. Wow.
Great positioning and timing, and a good call out actually from Auburn there to realize, hey, they droned me out here. You can walk up the stairs and get one.
Now the Vandals are down 2 guys. Now they have to find a way to clutch this out and even it out, hopefully, in their favor. And yep, Darkheart immediately catching 1. And 5 almost going down, literally a sliver of HP.
That was so... I actually don't even know what he got concussed from there.
I don't know either. That was... I'm surprised he's even alive right now.
Good patience coming in from 5, able to play his life here. But the problem right now is map control. The Vandals don't have a whole lot of this map control going into this execute here. And yeah, because of that, Nova is just able to pick up Icy because of it.
A shotgun. Now, shotguns are really good once you get them down to low HP, able to take them out from basically any distance.
It's actually kind of funny because if you'd seen it, speaking of seeing it, Zona seeing Darkheart there.
Yeah.
Oh, the Lonely 5, low HP.
Wow, 5 HP, 5 on 5.
Oh, I love that pre-fire.
Almost had it. Seabrand immediately take him out.
Oh, he got spotted. I see.
5 on 5. I like that.
Yep.
You can quote me. 5 on 5.
That is going to be
overtime.
Overtime, yes, for both of these teams. Well played. That was very good R6 coming from both teams.
You know, I think Auburn does a really good job at their sight holds there, being able to, kind of counter exactly what Vandals are doing, immediately responding with a completely different play style from one round to the next. I mean, they did a great job. I mean, it took them a couple of rounds to adjust there at the end, but they finally got it, and it was honestly very heavily in their favor.
Yeah, and I mean, the Vandals have been doing an excellent job with their team fights. I think that their fights that they've been taking against Auburn have been a lot better than Auburn's taking onto the Vandals, but their teamwork is what's really holding up Auburn together right now. Their ability to work together and make these plays is been holding them together.
Chen actually has 15 kills. He's doing extremely good, and he's on that Warden.
Yes.
The heavy aim required character, in my opinion. And, he's able to he's proven that he can do it, being the top frag on the team. And, they also have Auburn, top frag, Son on the Blitz. No, not Blitz.
Yep,
that is Blitz.
That is Blitz that we're seeing there.
Yeah, Blitz. Who's the character who can just put bombs through floors?
Through floors?
The
Oh, yeah, Fuse.
Fuse. Oh, my gosh.
I love the sound effects. That was fun.
He's good. I really am a fan of Fuse. I'm surprised we haven't seen him.
He is quite good. He's super duper slow, and you can shoot out his, I don't know, his pucks, his hockey pucks.
You can shoot the pucks.
You can't shoot the pucks. You can shoot the thing deploying them pretty early on. So
but then you have to still, even though you can shoot it out, you have to be aware, and even if you are aware, it's probably going to get 1 or 2 out before, and then you immediately have to reposition. That stuff can kill you so fast.
Yeah.
I'm unfortunately a victim.
Yeah, he can be quite good, especially when you have a lot of that upstairs positioning. He's very good at flushing people out from the corners that they're trying to hold, but once you get to a high enough level, they would just become like grenades, which you can actually shoot out, which makes them a little easier to deal with. So, this angle is going to be diabolical coming in from Icy. Is he going to be able to get the one? He spots one out. He is trying to even get it with the SMG-11, actually. We have 5 upstairs as well, just really trying to cover that window, make sure that Auburn is not able to take this upstairs floor.
A team kill coming out from Alt.
Oh, no. And that's actually going to really hurt their chances of winning this round.
Wow, the Vandals immediately taking advantage of that and taking 3 of them out. I wish we could see what just happened there.
I wish so, too. You hate to see that, especially on the side of offense here. Yeah, look at them. They're popping off. They're like, hey, let's go.
That was
all us, baby.
Definitely not on purpose. And it was a headshot, too.
Yeah.
Wow. Very unfortunate.
Even though there was that unfortunate team kill from Auburn, I mean, the Vandals did also walk into the building and was able to win pretty much every single one of their fights.
Only losing 1. And that was, very good team play coming out from the Vandals. Catching literally every single one of them off guard, pretty much.
Yep.
And, Auburn actually assisting them with catching one of their own teammates off guard. We love to see it.
We love to see it, but we are going to swap sides yet again. This is yet again match point going in the favor of Idaho. We're going to have to see if their offense is up to snuff now.
Yes. I believe, bring out the Montang again. I believe we can do it. Their Monty is pretty strong if they can keep him alive, and he gets such valuable information walking through those doors and just sitting there, being a presence.
Yes.
Very scary, honestly. If you're one of the players on Auburn, you just see that Monty there, and what do you do? What do you do?
You have to melee and pray.
Melee and pray, but you got to get close enough. That's the thing. If your team is smart, they play close to the Monty because it provides cover and information. That's all you need. Honestly, and it looks like we're going for a very fast second floor setup here for that, first floor living room?
Yes. We are in the living room game room is where we're playing currently.
Yes. Wasn't this one of Auburn's better picks?
It was. I believe they're 1-1 on it. They were very convincing the last time they played it, and then the Vandals beat them the first time they were on
All
it.
right.
So they're 1-1 right now.
I believe Auburn does definitely have a huge chance at winning this out. It is very back and forth this game so far. So hopefully Auburn doesn't do a Team K again because that would be unfortunate. Don't want to get banned.
One thing that they are mixing up, though, is that we have decided to bring the Vigil for the first time.
Vigil?
Yes. Roaming Vigil has not been seen on the side of Auburn yet.
Oh,
so
yes.
The Vandals are going to have to deal with the Roaming Vigil upstairs.
Vigil just denies being seen on cameras.
Correct.
That
is what he does. But his gun is very, very, very strong, and he has impact grenades, which allow him to really fastly make rotates for himself. So he's very slippery.
That makes sense. So like an Onyx? Oryx?
A little bit like, oh, that timing
Oh.
for ult there. Really unfortunate. Just stopped looking at the window.
Wow, Chan catching all off guard. Wow, that was a very nice swing from him. I'm not gonna lie.
It was a nice swing, and it was a great realization that, hey, they're going to be repositioning into this spot here. I should be, this is where my crosshair should go.
Very, very aware with his aim.
Zone's trying to do a little bit of damage, trying to get this refrag onto Chan, just holding this window here. But meanwhile, Icy is able to get the pick on Nova here. That's going to be the Vigil down. No more lurking.
Wow, that Warden is stuck in that corner.
Yeah.
And, you know, looks like one of their lurkers down and one of their sight holds are also down. This is not looking good for Auburn. Having to get 2 to even it out.
Yeah, and we are going to try and flush out this zone now. And yeah, using that grenade, that is going to be the deployable shield down, which means that Auburn has to fall back onto the site a whole minute 30 earlier than I think they wanted to.
Yeah. And Dokubi wow, can she get down to that and take the cams now if she gets that?
She'll have to drop the hatch to get it, but
yeah.
she could walk up to it and get it there.
Dokubi very, very strong when she gets those cameras.
Yes.
Then giving them all the information they'd ever need, making the defenders need to shoot out their own cameras. And yeah, it's looking like Auburn need to play a lot more defensively this round as they are down 2 players. All of them, all of them first floor. You need to play around bomb.
Yep. They're just waiting for the Vandals to finally get their push ready. Vandals trying to set themselves up for this hit here. We do see the Dokubi phone coming out. I imagine there will be an execute here pretty soon. We have drone sight. Sideburn has been location revealed.
Yeah. Giving them a lot of information with the phone buzz. Wow. Just barely not seeing this.
Yeah, you don't want to swing anymore, otherwise you're going to reveal yourself to the guy sitting behind this bar here. He does get droned out yet again. We're going to try and wallbang him from the side of window.
Very unfortunate spot to be in if you're Sideburn, and Icy just immediately taken down.
Hey, Sideburn actually able to hold his position, though, is able to get 2 and stall out the bomb. Spots out 1 more, playing on the default site, and he has to fall back just to try and contest this bomb. 8 seconds left. The Vandals have to do something. They swing into this connector area. Oh my goodness, back and forth all around. They have to win this 1v1. He has no time. He's just playing his life, and that means that Auburn is going to end up winning the round for them.
They had that in the bag, and they just took too long to get that diffuser down. Being maybe a little too aggressive on those kills there. Giving Auburn the chance to even it out into a 1v1 and actually winning it out by time instead.
Yeah, I didn't see who was carrying the case in that scenario, but that means that we're going to go into the second overtime now.
Wow. That was a round.
That was
a very slow played round from the Vandals. Maybe, again, too slow.
I think that they had all the time in the world, honestly. They were even right with their doing their droning right and making sure that they were really trying to get these advantageous picks. They just didn't get the kills that they needed right there at the very end. And Sideburn with a very clutch 2K, able to stall out that diffuser going
Very
down.
good 2K coming out from Sideburn. It is Sideburn.
Yes.
Very odd name. But you know, it's unique.
It is unique. I wonder if his actual name is Bren.
Bren. That makes sense.
And then he built his tag based around it.
My name's actually Captain, you know?
Yes, for sure, Mr. Game.
Yes.
Or no, it'd be Mr. Captain.
Mr.
Sorry.
Captain.
Yeah.
Gosh, get it right. It's totally not Isaac. Shout out my mom for my username, I would like to say.
Shout out Game Captain's mom.
Yeah.
For real.
Shout out Angie.
She's a real one.
She is a real one. Love my mom. Anyway, back to R6. So it looks like we are going for the second floor bomb spot.
We are actually on kitchen.
No, that was second floor.
Was it?
Yeah, that's second floor.
Am I tripping? Oh, I am tripping. You're right. My apologies.
Yeah. Bringing out the frick, what's this guy's name? Castle. Bringing out the castle again to stall. You know, last time they pulled out the castle, he did a really good job at stalling the pushes from Auburn. So hopefully they can do it again. And also bringing out the clash again. You know, both of these two combined can stall out a lot of time if they're right with it. So
yes,
hopefully they're able to do that again.
Actually, pretty much this whole team coming in from the side of the Vandals is all stall.
Oh, wow. Oh, yes, that is true. Look at that.
We have the Malusi as well, trying to stall out with the speed of the sound barriers, and then the... oh my gosh, there's so many names. There's so many operators in this game, man.
Lucy, Aruni, Clash, Jaeger, and Castle.
Yes.
Holy C's. A lot of C's in there. Yeah, and then we got Buck on the attacking side with Thermite and Striker.
Yep.
Gridlock.
Yes, that is Gridlock.
And
yep.
Dokubi. Aha. See, I got ball knowledge. Even though it's not the best, I still got some.
I'm curious to see how well the Auburn is going to be able to use this Gridlock. Oh, they have the information on this Malusi here.
And maybe going to see a fight coming out from Aquino here. Wow, almost shooting through the wall. Wow!
Oh, but the reef peak is able to get the one on Sidebren.
Sidebren getting instantly taken out. Great hold coming out from Aquino there. That was honestly very smart. Shooting the moment he passed by, too. Almost like he had walls.
I was really worried for him because he had gotten droned out. I don't
Yeah.
think he even knew that he was droned at that
I don't
point.
think so at all. They didn't ping him or anything. Or maybe they pinged him, but they didn't ping him. And Doe could be using her utility to get all that information they could ever need. Forcing these Vandals to have to stand still and use the phone or, just not at all. Honestly, very strong. Clash doesn't even care. Clash just does her thing. And, just standing in front of all these walls, maybe providing all the information you ever need to. Being able to walk around like this, very safe. And, yeah, getting that information, it's honestly surprising.
Yeah, he's able to give that call out to Chan, be like, hey, there's a guy on the window here. You should try and take this fight.
Yeah.
He's looking at me, so.
Maybe even catching 2. Hopefully. Maybe even spotted 2. Wow, and Zonas taking out Aquino in return.
It's actually a really important pick because that's the first floor roamer that the Vandals have set up right now.
And wow. Darkheart taking out Nova. Looks like... Wow.
Very important picks here for the Vandals, actually.
Zonas actually taking out Chan in return. Not finishing... Did they finish off the down guy?
They have not finished him off, no, but he is stuck in the middle, the middle of the upstairs. So Auburn has no hope of actually getting him up, unfortunately.
And yeah, oh, look at Clash. Just providing all the information ever. What are you going to do? What are you going to do about this Clash?
You can nader. That is one of the things that you can try and do, and it looks like that
Wow.
Icy is going to threaten the fight here.
Very scary if you're an Auburn player.
Yeah, they only have 15 seconds left, which means that they have to make something happen here.
No, he's in a great position.
I actually don't even know where Zonas is here. Yeah, they're just going to have to try and push this together.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
they
just
send
taking
him-
out one? Wow. What? 2v2 situation. One is downed, actually. And
Yeah.
yeah, Icy just taking out Zonas. Great play coming out from the Vandals. That Clash barrier is very good.
Yeah, it's especially that positioning from Icy as well, like you were saying earlier.
Yeah.
The spot that he chose to set up that clash was like, hey, we know there's at least one guy here. I can stall this guy out for 30 seconds in total, and that's going to be map number 1 going in favor of Vandals there.
That was a very good play. Or very, very good game, I should say. Wow, first to 8. Is that how it works?
No, it's first to 7. Overtime, you have to win by 2.
Overtime, you have to win by 2. But they won
Oh,
by 1.
no, they won by 1. Yeah, you're right. So the double overtime, it's whoever wins the last round wins.
Oh, that seems a little bit unfair.
Yeah, but then otherwise you could just have a game going on forever and ever and ever. So
I mean, I'd prefer that. I think it'd be a lot more hype if it got to like 12-12. But, whatever. I think the Vandals, they're really good at their plays. Like,
Yes.
being able to push people in the line of sight of other players and then immediately taking them out. I think they had a couple plays there where they use that Clash or Monty to push a player back into a line of sight of another and just getting taken out. I'd be raging if I was an Auburn player.
yeah, I mean, the crossfires that the Vandals
Yeah.
have been able to set up, both on offense and on defense, actually have been critical in order to get them that map win on Chalet, I would argue. But, I mean, Auburn put up a great fight as well. Their defensive holds were quite immaculate themselves. They were very tricky, I would say, with their way that they were setting themselves up, both with the Azami and the Aruni.
Yeah, both very oppressive.
For a lot of their holds. And then they were willing to mix up their defense a lot more than the Vandals were. The Vandals are very set and strict on how they want to play, and I think Auburn had the advantage of, hey, we're a little bit more flexible in this map.
Yeah,
compared
I
to the
mean,
rest of them.
even though they were just set in stone, I think they did a great job nonetheless. Those plays, they are really good with them, and they don't want to go anywhere else. Like, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Yeah, they're just they practice these things, and they just they don't differ. They just go, and it works. If they don't have the counterplay, it doesn't work. That could be for any game really.
You want to know what else? What is something that is also just goes and just works?
What?
Our lovely sponsor, Ziply Fiber, the best, fastest internet in the Pacific Northwest that you can find. We want to shout out Ziply Fiber for being the sponsor of the University of Idaho. And, I mean, you don't get deals as good as Ziply Fiber either.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a student. Did you know that you can go to ziplyfiber.com/students and get up to as low as $10 a month for your fiber internet?
I did not.
You can use code students at checkout, in fact, to see if you apply for a discount today, in fact.
I might even go do that.
Well, I certainly hope you do. But I mean, you as well. We should talk about some of our other sponsors. I mean, you're an avid Monster drinker, are you not?
I am a very avid Monster drinker. Monster is one of my favorite energy drinks when I'm feeling low on energy. Whenever I'm having a bad day or I need a little bit more energy in my day, I just go grab a nice cold Monster, and it makes my day so much more energy filled.
And I hear that there actually is not as much caffeine in Monster and sugar as well compared to a lot of these other drinks that you're seeing these days. So
yeah, I mean, I'm a huge fan just for that. I can drink a Monster and not feel bad about drinking it.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy myself. I might even have 2 sometimes. But, that's if I'm feeling really good.
That's if we're feeling really good. Almost as good as our Vandals are feeling right now after that win. Dude, their pop-off was insane.
Yeah, that was I could hear them from this guy's room. They're, being loud after your wins actually is just such a great vibe.
Yeah.
Because when your entire team goes, yeah, it's just, one of the best feelings in the world. When I was on the Valorant team, it was a great feeling. And same with the Smash team. Our Smash team is very hype, and when it comes to those situations, I feel really great about myself.
I think that one of the things that just the Vandal Esports as a whole is really, really good at is bringing those vibes to a lot of our matches.
Yeah.
Sure, we are pretty good in some of these games, but we definitely know we're not the best.
Yeah.
We get outclassed in a lot of these games that we end up playing, and so being able to go into these matches with the headspace of, hey, we're here to have a good time and just play our best.
Yeah.
As long as we play our best, we'll be happy with ourselves. Yeah. And I think that the Vandals do a very good job at that.
Yeah,
so.
I think so too. I mean, being able to hear him from this room, I mean, if that doesn't scream energy, I don't know what else does.
I genuinely think that R6 has the contenders for not only being one of our best teams in our program, but also one of the loudest.
Yes, I have been a victim to their loudness when I'm playing Valorant, unfortunately. But you know what?
It's really funny because the R6 team actually complains about the loudness of Smash. So
really?
You guys get a 1-for-1, actually.
We have loudness. That's interesting.
No, you guys are very loud.
I did not know that.
You guys get loud. Don't worry.
But I guess when we have our pop-offs, we get pretty loud.
That means that you guys are having a good time and you guys are doing well. So we like the energy in our lab.
I mean, hey, it's only like one person in particular who's usually very loud, but I won't call them out for that.
We don't need to name names in this scenario. So the Vandals did go to a quick 5-minute break almost immediately after. Say that again for me, production. I was talking really quick, but I mean they ended up going to a 5-minute break just so that they can cool themselves off. Hey, energy is high, that's good, but we don't want to take that energy going into the next map. It'll tire you out way too fast going into it.
Too hype, and then you get tired. It's like, need more Monster.
That is exactly right. They would need more Monster in that case. So,
just taking their headsets off, taking a little break. I would honestly need it too. That was probably a very tough game on their mental and their energy there. Wow. I mean, the energy is completely different in that room now. Look at that.
Yeah, they're chill. They're locking back in, setting themselves back up for success. As well as you can see a little bit of our JV League of Legends team actually playing on the left-hand side of the screen right there. So shouts out to them. They're getting their preparation done for it. They have one more match before they go into playoffs, and they're really wanting to try and win it. So
shout out to our League of Legends.
Shout out to our JV League
I believe
of Legends
in them.
team.
Oh, you know what? Hey, there's some Smash players on that team too.
Yeah.
And at the very far there on the screen, that's Dutch. That's Estrogenberger, our Duck Hunt player.
Yes.
Very good at his Duck Hunt. And then we got Jeremy. Jeremy, ex-Mystery Mugsy, also known as our current Game & Watch player, actually. He just switched. He just picked up Game & Watch. Very nice.
I myself have been playing a lot of Game & Watch recently.
Really?
And let me tell you, the fact that character is as strong as they are, I can feel it when I play that.
Oh, yeah. He is a little bit busted, but, I only complain when I'm playing against him. As a Little Mac player myself, I complain about every matchup, but, I mean, not really. I complain here and there, but not as much as others. I know my character is bad.
Okay. Well, it sounds like we have just received word about what the next map is going to be for our R6 Valorant team. R6 Valorant? Varsity team, excuse me. Our R6 team. It is going to be on Nighthaven Labs. Do you have much experience with Nighthaven?
I played Nighthaven when it came out, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. And, I wasn't a huge fan of it, actually.
I think that is a very common consensus, actually, with Nighthaven.
I think it was too large for my brain. I don't know if that's just me being a little weird.
I 100% agree with you. I think that Nighthaven Labs is a much bigger map than what a lot of people are expecting for maps in Siege. Like, obviously, the Siege maps are kind of big, but that's mostly just because there's a lot of verticality that happens.
There's like 3 floors usually on each map.
Yeah. Nighthaven not only has a lot of verticality, but it also is just a big map. And so it's a lot more difficult to play in that regard. So we'll have to see how both of these teams are able to, what they're able to show for it. I believe this is Auburn's map pick.
Yeah.
Vandals do go Nighthaven Labs occasionally, but our map pick generally is Chalet. So.
All right. Well, it looked like we had a lot of experience on Chalet. It also looked like the other team did too. So maybe that was their map pick and turn. So
who knows?
Maybe it will be just as close. And Scopos actually coming out for the first time. I've heard a little bit about Scopos. Can be very good, but also not really the best.
What they're useful for is like they're a lot like a bulletproof camera that you can kind of just set down and use, and eventually go into you have a gun here. But hey, we want to shout out our people in the chat here. I can't even see what that name is. DD said?
DD said.
What's the score right now? It is currently 1-0 in favor of the Vandals. We are going right into map number 2 for the very first time. You are not quite missing it yet.
Shout out to that Prime sub.
Yes.
Honestly, if you guys have Prime and don't know what to use it on,
you should use it on us. We have great emotes. I actually can tease we have a new emote coming out here very soon. If you are a fan of 07.
07.
You're going to like what we've got cooking up for you here in the next little bit. So if you've got Prime subs, you might as well use them on us. I mean, you've got a free one. So.
Yeah, hey, it's you're not spending any money on us. You're just, subscribing. It's free. You're not really needing to worry about it. And actually, I do want to point out one of these characters on the defense, attack actually, is Deimos.
Yes.
Deimos is a very interesting character in my opinion. Being able to force out a 1v1 in his favor usually, but he's forced to use the pistol.
Yes.
Which is just aura.
It is a very cool, and actually because he pretty much gets those wall hacks on that one person, Deimos ends up being banned fairly frequently.
Yeah, I mean, he just provides info like Jackal would.
Yes.
But Jackal apparently is the best.
No, because Deimos can do any person who has been scanned by drone. Is the way that he works. So if you scan somebody with a drone, then
you don't need to see footsteps.
You don't need to see the footsteps. You could just watch the person.
Yeah, but Deimos really requires that aim. So while we're talking, 5 actually took out Zonas.
Which is really important because that's the Auburn's heart breach, which is super duper important. So now they're just going to have to attack this site through these chokeholds, which you don't really want to see.
Yeah.
So,
getting that early pick very smart, and Deimos actually going to be using his targeting.
Oh, combined with the Lion helicopter as well, that actually is going to give a lot of information on where Aquino is. And you're actually going to find he's really in the basement here.
Very, very smart. I've actually never seen that before.
That's a good team combination.
That is a very good team combination. Lion is very strong at forcing players to stand still.
Yes.
Forcing them in these locations where they need to stand still can catch them off guard really well if you know how to use them.
Yep, that's exactly right. And you only need to coordinate 3 times with your team in order to get advantageous positions out of this, right? Like if you can throw a nade at somebody and then use your Lion gadget, they have to move, which means that you have the advantage going to that gunfight. So.
And something I'd like to point out, Auburn has a lot of information on their team. They got the Deimos, they got Lion, and they got Dokkaebi, all providing great info, but maybe not as much utility.
Oh, that timing was insane. All right, we did finally spot out the Sun upstairs, and Chen actually is going to take the first shots onto him there. Icy doing a good job at baiting the... Whoa, that positioning is a little bit awkward there for Aquino.
Aquino, oh my goodness. No, winnable for Auburn. But they have to play this very smart.
They also don't have the diffuser, though, is going to be the problem here. They have to not only pick up the diffuser, but they have to get onto the site. They've droned it a little bit, so I know there's a couple Vandals sitting near these blue stairs here.
Yeah. I mean, it's really tough to be fighting for your own diffuser. Like in Valorant, you never want to be fighting for your own bomb on attack because, sometimes it just is the worst position to ever be in. And, it looks like...
I like that pre-aim coming in from Nova here. I would have liked to see the DMR pull out for an angle like that, realistically. Oh, where are you looking, my friend?
No, it's just going to immediately killed by Darkheart. Wow. Yeah. He's really good with those duels.
Yes.
Very, very good aimer. And
barely spots out the head on Icy, but it's not going to matter. Having that ACOG in a position like that is going to result in the Vandals taking round number 1.
Yeah. Oh, wow. His reaction time on that shot was kind of ridiculous in that replay. Yeah. Wow. If only I could have that. If I had that, I'd be insane.
Hey, you could have that if you go to ziplyfiber.com/students.
And also drink Monster Energy.
And drink your Monster Energy.
Wow.
All I'm saying, bro.
Yeah. Got a little bit of chatting happening.
What's up, guys? Yeah. We have not had chat pulled up for the first little bit. Our apologies. Our monitors end up turning off. If you want to sign into this PC, you actually are more than welcome to sign into this PC.
Yeah, I will do that. Hi, Sylveon. That's my girlfriend, actually.
Oh!
In chat. Yeah, Sylveon in the chat.
Hello. Welcome.
Lovely to see her in the chat. And also, Dee said, back in the chat again. Actually using the Monster Energy
look at
emote.
that.
Very nice to see coming out from you. Prime well spent.
Time well spent indeed. It looks like that Auburn is going to end up adjusting some of their strategy for this round. You pointed out last round that Auburn had a lot of information gatherers, and I think the reason for that is because they have not been very efficient with their droning. They ended up losing all 10 of their drones last round.
Oh, my goodness.
Right around the minute 50-second mark or so. The minute to 50-second mark, excuse me.
Is that a Nighthaven Labs thing, or is that just a team thing?
No, that is a team thing. They are choosing to lose their drones as fast as they are. Actually, generally, you don't want to lose your drones during this prep phase. If you can avoid it, you want to be able to utilize both of these drones.
Basically, a camera that can hide.
Correct,
And,
yes.
you know, I can understand why that'd be very important. Being able to catch people off guard with that would be very nice.
Yeah, but with their new team comp here, they have a little bit less information gathering. They've got the Dokkaebi, they've got the Grim still, but they've decided, hey, we actually want to use our drones a little bit more. And right as I say that, they actually lose 3 more drones.
They're down to 4.
Yeah.
That is a little insane coming out from Auburn. You know, maybe they're not the best with their positioning of their drones, and maybe that's something they need to work on. Or maybe the Vandals are just really good.
I think the Vandals have the potential to just be really good, because Nighthaven Labs is a very big map, and so you want to drone during the prep phase, because otherwise you're going to kind of go in a little bit blind.
Yeah.
So you want to drone just a little bit, but yeah, losing more than 3 drones in the prep phase is definitely a big no-no. So we're going to get a little bit of information on this. Who is outside there? That looks like it's the Solus that's droning around? No, excuse me. That is the Grim on the drone currently. So they will have the information that, hey, there's a couple people droning around upstairs. Shouts out. He's trying to figure out how to get this chat.
Yeah.
If you go to the settings for the chat in the bottom right.
Settings for the chat in the bottom
right. All right. And then click pop out.
Right there.
Right there, yep. And then you can full screen this and control. Nope, put it on the vertical one.
Oh, put this one on the vertical?
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. What are you doing, bro?
I don't know. I was
Mance
trying
has
to
never touched technology a day in his life.
I was trying to put this one here, and then put this one here so we could see where they're at on the stream.
Okay, go ahead. We don't need to see where they're at on the stream. Don't worry about that. We do want to control scroll wheel up, though, in order to make the chat bigger. There we go. Now we can see you guys. What's good?
The chat room is open.
Speaking of what's good, Alt is getting that first pick on Icy there. That's a very important pick, actually, because that's the smoke. That is the smoke that the Vandals have chose to run, and now they have no more stall util, actually.
Yep. Darkheart actually taking out Son in return. And Zonus. Good double kill coming out from Darkheart.
Yeah, that's a really important double pick here. Otherwise, the Vandals would not have the ability to stall out Auburn here.
Yeah.
Down to a minute left, and Auburn is going to have to start making some sort of play here. They have 2 of their players still positioned upstairs. Make that a 3rd, actually.
You know, Auburn forced to play slow again. No, it seems like they're in the situation a lot where they're forced to play slow and, you know, have to be methodical in their picks.
And again, I think that's just because they lack that information to be like, hey, we don't know where exactly these Vandals are going to be coming from because we don't have those drones anymore.
What a nasty angle. I would like to point out that this angle is ridiculous.
Auburn actually is even aware of it, too.
Yeah, the fact that they are aware. And, getting spotted. Maybe a little bit of chip damage coming out. I mean, goodness gracious, this game is just full of...
It's a diabolical game that we all play here.
Yeah, I don't know about all. A few of us, definitely. And wow, fight coming out. Great crossfire from them.
Yes.
No, taking out Nova.
And yeah, 8 seconds left. This is going to be a round loss here for... hold. No, that'll have to be a round loss.
Defenders just immediately take them all out. You know, the defenders are forced to be sporadic and try to take as many picks as they can to get that diffuser down, and unfortunately, they are not fast enough, nor do they have the aim.
Yeah, Darkheart just feeling confident. He's like, hey, there's literally 2 seconds left. I could just spray my clip into you, and you'll just have to walk into it. So,
Sylveon saying they don't know anything about the game. Yeah, I don't know a lot about this game either. I mean, I definitely know a bit more than others, but don't worry. It's fun to watch. It's fun to watch.
Yeah. Just watch it for the game. Watch it for the gunplay, and not necessarily for like the strats. If you see something cool, you're like, that was an insane shot. It's because it was an insane shot.
Yeah. So, my own girlfriend called me an unk. Okay.
Well, is she wrong? She's definitely not wrong.
She's older than me.
Hence, you're an unk.
I'm an unk.
Yeah, dude.
She's older than me. So she's aunt? Do people use that as a term?
No, definitely not.
She's aunt?
I think she would also be unk.
Unk. What's up, unk? We're both unks. Don't worry.
Well, I think that the Vandals are definitely proving themselves to not be Unk in this scenario right now. They are doing a phenomenal job at holding these bomb sites. We have decided to go to the second floor.
Yeah.
This is probably the most common site that we'll see. This one as well as the second floor, or the basement, excuse me.
Yeah.
Are the two pretty common ones. So the fact that the Vandals have left it for their third round just goes to show how confident they are in their other bomb sites. So
I honestly would prefer second floor over like any other bomb site because I feel a little bit more secure and safe because I don't have to worry about above me as much.
yes.
So that's pretty nice. But then again, I am pretty bad at this game.
No, I think you have fair and valid criticisms of what your favorite bomb sites are in that case. Because I agree with you. I think it is just a lot easier to hold sites that just are on the second floor for that very reason. So
Don't have to worry about the above, and I'm really bad when I have to multitask. You know, ADHD brain just gets a little bit difficult sometimes. Wow, he's able to pick up that hard breach?
I'm unsure of why he picked it up. He is allowed to pick it up, yes, but it's because of the mute jammer. He's trying to pick it up and place it back down.
That makes a lot of sense. I was so confused. I'm like, is it not going off?
I didn't see any tricks, so I was like, there's no bandit. He's not trying to trick a bandit tricker. So
that's really funny.
Yeah, this garage position from Chan is going to probably make or break this round here in the next minute or so. Is you want to be on the walkout for Chan because Auburn is really wanting to try and walk into the site here.
Yeah. Oh,
nasty they actually can tell that, hey, this is really important for us to hold because of that reason. So, yeah. Chan feeling like his job has been done, opts to just go ahead and rotate. Leave it up to Aquino here, holding on the rafters here.
Yeah. I mean, these angles are just so deep. And, you know, Monty walking up those stairs, being a little bit scary. Just, I mean, imagine being in this position, being told that you're exactly where you are and just being stared at. It
puts a lot of pressure on the Vandals in that scenario. And, Ult actually able to pick up Chan roaming down in the basement. Oh, we barely do see the little bit of the Monty, not getting any damage on him.
Whoa, that wall bang almost going right to the dome of 5. You know, these wall bangs are crazy. Being able to know exactly where to shoot through a wall is skill.
There is definitely a lot of skill. Aquino,
wow,
very good picks.
Taking
They're
out 2.
not able to play off the Monty wall quite as well as they want to be able to. Sideburn able to finally pick up a pick of their own.
Yep. And wow, Aquino taking out Son as well. Triple kill.
And is just going to get swung from 2 different angles. That's the power of those long-range gunfights that the Vandals have been taking so far.
No, something I'm noticing is once they get a pick, the Vandals really pick up momentum.
Yes.
Being able to take out the entire team in less than 30 seconds there, very, very nice. You know, I think Auburn might have been playing too slow against the Vandals there. Vandals were able to just immediately pick up on where they went wrong and immediately crunching them, taking them out.
Yeah. DD is right. The Vandals are cooking at this warehouse currently. They are doing super duper well right now.
The goal of this game, Twins, is to either kill them or defuse the bombs.
Yes. There are currently bombs planted around a building, and then the attacker's job is to defuse the bombs successfully. So it's inverted from what you would normally think from like Counter-Strike and Valorant, for example. It's inverted, but I think that makes it makes it a little bit more unique. So.
Something I wish Valorant did that R6 does is let you plant the bomb as long as you start before 0 seconds. Making it a lot more hype, in my opinion.
I actually do agree with that. I like that mechanic a lot.
Yeah. That's something I really like out of this game. There's not much I like about this game. It's kind of...
Like about Siege?
Yeah.
Oh, you're missing out, man. There's so much depth to be played in this game.
I know, but it's just too much for my simple brain. You know, I like colors and fast gameplay. That's why I play Valorant. So, you know,
that's fair. I mean, there's colors and fast gameplay in this game. It's just muted colors and
muted fast gameplay.
Muted fast gameplay, specifically because there is an operator named Mute.
Yeah. So. You know, this game just requires a lot of your attention and focus because sometimes the moment you look away, you just get swung.
Yeah.
Tech is trying to defuse the bomb, but the defenders are protecting. Oh, helping the
Valor, but you can lie down. Yeah, pretty much.
Valor, but you can lie down and also shoot through like 90% of the walls.
Yeah. I honestly think that that's where a lot of the creativity for this game comes from, is how you are setting up your sites. You know, where in Valorant you have to defend all the sites all at once, whereas in a game like this that only has the one bomb site, you get a lot more creativity on how you're setting up your bomb site because of it.
I definitely agree.
So. Yeah, and speaking of setting up, we actually are going to run the Scopos yet again.
Yeah.
I believe this is the strongest map for Scopos specifically, is
Night Haven
Labs. Because it's so big, for one, and for two, there's a lot of like weird doorways and choke points that you can just stick the drone in, and then you can't vault it or anything. So it's just there, and you have to deal with it.
All right. Well,
so it's pretty good.
Yeah, I imagine Scopus would be strong, but I didn't know on how many maps. I mean, being able to switch between 2 characters pretty much is kind of insane when you think about it. But I guess when you put it in practice, it might not be the best.
That being said, you don't. If one of your guys die, if the guy that you're operating dies, then you cannot just switch to the other one. So it's not like an extra life scenario. You do lose the ability to control that drone if it does.
Yeah,
happen, so.
that's truly unfortunate because it doesn't really make sense, if we're being honest. Yeah. In reality, it's just you switch to the next one. Oh, and Flash is coming out onto 5.
This is going to be a very fast execute, trying to get this upstairs execute for Auburn here. They're going to try and plant right next to this computer desk that's right behind whoever we were just expecting there. Icy in that case.
Wow.
But
3 kills, 4, 5 kills coming out instantly in the favor of Auburn.
This Glaz pick has been doing wonders so far for Auburn. They were able to just scope right through the smoke.
I mean, that is just evil.
Yeah.
Being able to do that through a smoke is,
It is incredibly good. And yeah, now with
I see finishing off Son on the ground. Kind of freaky comms coming out, I'm not going to lie. The Graham denying a lot of space is honestly kind of crazy. If you're standing in it and you don't move, you don't get seen, do you?
No, you do get seen.
You do get seen.
Yeah,
okay.
you just being in it is going to be really, really important. But not as important as this gunfight here for Zones. He unfortunately is going to end up losing it.
Good triple kill coming out from Icy there. That is, wow. You know, I don't really know what happened there. It was very fast.
It was a very
compared
fast
to all the
race.
other rounds.
What Auburn did an excellent job of doing there was they were able to not only hard breach that wall incredibly fast, which allowed them to access to that bomb site, but they also flashed it, smoked it, and really pushed the Vandals out of position while they were trying to do that execute and play retake. You actually noticed that Icy was trying to use a C4 there, but he didn't end up getting it just because of the fact that he was full blind for most of that. He couldn't aim his C4 where he actually wanted it to be.
I mean, dude, I'm surprised 5 was live for so long. So much utility was dumped on him, and he just actually just is better, I guess. Yeah. Just didn't care. And, you know, ADHD Final Boss, I totally agree. This this game is definitely not for people with the small attention spans, unfortunately.
Yes.
And I just realized Auburn's calling a timeout right now.
Yes, Auburn has called their first timeout of the map here. They are down 4-0 so far. Looking at this scoreboard, it's actually not as bad as it looks. I will give it up. 2 to 3 kills per most of the players on Auburn's team. They're putting in some of the work. They're making these rounds close.
Yeah.
They're just not closing it out as much as they would want to be. So
Chalet was definitely looking better for them. I do think that they did a lot better on their team play. This one, they are doing team play, but I don't think they're just not winning their duels.
Yeah, they're not winning their duels, and I don't think that they're as prepared. They're not looking as clean on their executes going into a map like this so far. Their cleanest execute has been that last one that we just saw. Yeah. In which case they did finally were able to get the bomb down. You know.
Yeah.
But even then, yeah, like you were mentioning earlier, their duels that they're fighting with the Vandals have just not been very good for them.
Vandals are clearly locked in and ready for those duels. I mean, the aim is looking really nice from the Vandals.
So that is going to put them up 4-0. We're almost at the half here. So we'll have to see whether or not Auburn is able to pick up the last 2 rounds or if they're going to end up going down 5, maybe 6 rounds at the Vandals here. We will have to see. So looks like a pretty standard comp from the Vandals, all things considered. I'm kind of surprised that there wasn't a Mira ban coming in from the side of Auburn.
Really? Oh,
They ended up banning the Solus instead, which I guess it is a little odd, though, because it didn't seem nearly as prevalent in the round, at least from what we were observing is what might have actually been happening.
Solus didn't look very strong, in my opinion. I don't know if there's a lot of utility coming out from the Vandals that can be seen by Solus. Yeah. I mean, the Azami stuff can't be seen. Smoke stuff can.
Nope. Smokes are a canister. They're not electronic. Something like the Fenrir, for example, would be able to get seen. So really, it'd be only the Fenrir and maybe... No, that's really it on this.
Wow.
On this
yeah,
comp.
no, that's
so,
honestly... Wow. I mean, Solus is just not a good ban, I guess. Honestly, wasted a ban.
Maybe. You also do have to realize that that's a defense ban, so we're looking at our defense, but we actually should be looking at what she can see on offense.
Yes.
She can only really see the Lion, I guess, and the Deimos. Oh, but everybody gets drones, so you can see the phones.
Yes,
so
that's right.
That's what makes her a little bit strong. So.
All right. Well, I mean, doesn't Fenrir just have the paranoia effect pretty much?
Yeah. It's like a smoke that only occurs when you walk into it.
Okay. Yeah, so it's like an omen paranoia.
It's like a near sight. Yeah.
Just for those who don't really play this game.
It is very strong.
Yeah, I know he's been banned a lot in at least the ranks I was playing in. He was nearly banned every single time.
Yeah, he's a very strong operator. So we'll have to see how Auburn is able to overcome him here. We are going to be able to get this hard wall pretty much opened. Vandals did not bring any stall utility for those hard walls, so they're just going to say, hey, you know what? We'll just put the reinforcements up. You can have the wall.
Yeah. Honestly, we're seeing the Deimos come out again. Hopefully he can get a little bit more value than he did last time. Wow, I didn't know what I was looking at there, but the outline right behind the wall.
Yes, that was the...
Castle barricade?
It was not a castle barricade. That was the Raura barricade. What she does is she will do what a castle does, but for offense and metal doors instead. So they're not breakable by the defenders unless you have an explosive.
Oh, and Seabrand just immediately taking out Chen, their castle, and Darkheart just immediately responding with a kill of his own. Same with Akino. Taking out Zonus.
Vandals are doing a great job at isolating some of these fights across the map that that Auburn is giving them. You know?
Unfortunately, they did take
nice
out
shot.
their Monty, which their comp may heavily rely on. Just for info, and Akino immediately taking out alt as well, not having any cover.
Yeah, with that Montaigne down, that means that they don't have that ability to push through these can opener holes as well as they would want to. Aquino playing upstairs has been very vital for the Vandals' hold here. And, in fact, they actually even have the smoke still in order to try and stall out a lot more of this time.
And the Mira, with all that information she's gathering from her one-way mirrors, it's very, very good from the Vandals. And honestly,
smokes are going to go down, but it's not going to matter when you have that verticality.
Not aware. And
oh,
wow.
My goodness. What a high-low from the Vandals.
Insane gameplay coming out for the Vandals, taking advantage of being above them with, wall bangable floors. I think they got 2 or 3 through the ground there, which is...
it's really important.
Yeah, that's a little embarrassing for Auburn, not being able to adjust to that. But then again, they did lose their Monty.
Yeah, losing their Monty, I think, was the key maker in that round right there.
I think their comp heavily relied on just making space and getting information. And since their Monty, their main space maker, went down, it kind of was just over. I mean, what really do you do after that? Like, if you're a good team, what do you think you do after you lose your Monty?
I would try and double up. So right there, Auburn was not playing together nearly as well as I think they could have. They had thought about it, trying to get back together with each other, but it wasn't. They weren't in a position to successfully do it as easily as I think they needed to. So I would double up there, increase your odds just a little bit. But yeah, it's a rough scenario to be in, especially when you have Aquino upstairs like that.
Yeah, tough for Auburn, I should say.
Well, I mean, at that point, we're just going to go GG go next. We'll see what we can do this round. We're going to change it up just a little bit. We are going to run a different hard breach this time. We decided to forego the can openers and for thermite instead, which I agree with. Yeah. I think at this point you have to be like, I need a big effing hole at this point.
Yeah.
So.
Can openers you have to jump through, right?
If you put them low enough, you can crouch through them, but that is going to be slow.
Ooh, yeah, so thermite is able to make a hole big enough to walk through.
Correct.
And so that gets a little bit more safety for Auburn here.
I do like the adaptation to bring the Twitch, though. Twitch is a very hard counter to the Mira.
Really?
Yes, because you can just drive behind the Mira window and just shoot it out during the drone phase.
That is that's a very smart counterplay.
Yes.
I did not know you could do that. And they're also bringing in Striker with that dual utility. Not being able to see what it is, but hopefully very useful.
Yeah. The Vandals, though, have opted not to bring the Mira this go-around, so we're going to have to use the Twitch for the things like mutes. She technically counters mute, assuming that she can stay far enough away to zap them.
Shoot them away and then no more.
But what she's really going to be useful for is going to be these Fenrir gadgets.
Fenrir and Mira.
Yes.
I think getting those Mira out first and then that Fenrir is going to be very important.
Well, there's no Mira, so they can just worry about the Fenrir.
I thought there was a Mira. We were talking about
it, and then I looked at the comp. I'm like, wait a second, there's no Mira. Oh, okay.
I mean, that would have been a very smart counterplay, but still smart nonetheless.
Yes.
That mute jammer is going to stop that can opener breach there.
Yeah, specifically that jammer was there for the drone hole, which is why it's only getting that left-hand side of that hard breach there. So
honestly, very smart coming out from the Vandals. Mute is so oppressive sometimes.
I think he's probably the most picked operator in professional play and comp, just because he is incredibly strong at denying information and countering some niche operators like Dokkaebi, for example.
Oh, yes. Dokkaebi just walking right into the jammer and getting rid of it is actually one of my favorite things ever when I'm playing against
It feels so good when
you're
like,
it's like, frick you in specific. I'm out of here. Don't even have to. Oh, and I see immediately taking out alt with a shotgun.
Yeah, again, that's the other reason that Mute is so strong, is he has access to the SMG-11 and this Nova here. It's so good.
That was a great shot with that SMG. Very hard to control, I will say. SMGs are, especially Mutes, is very sporadic.
Yes.
And he is left on like 2 HP. So, great value coming out for the Mute. We'll say. Now, Auburn is very, very confused on what to do here. Not a lot of space nor info. And, wow, look at this crossplay
Chen
setup.
has spotted one. I did not know that you could use the pillar like that in order to get through or like cover yourself from that hard breach. So that's very good awareness from Chan to hold an angle like that. But
Oh, and look, he's going to have to swing into 2 people. One crouched and the other right next to him.
yeah, Darkheart able to find his one.
2v4 situation.
Oh,
Wow.
doesn't realize it. Forgets about the other one on the close right there, and now it's all up to the sun.
And wow.
Yeah, you can't do anything about it
Dude,
at that point.
The Vandals really have these holds down. I mean, it isn't even a matter of utility at this point. They're just...
That was a masterclass of defense.
Yes, that was a great holding on that. I wish my ranked teammates would do that. Unfortunately, it's ranked.
Well, we'll have to see if Auburn can do much the same going into this side swap here. This is match point for Auburn, which means it's do or die time on their defense now.
This is a best of 3, right?
It is best of 3, which means the Vandals are also on set point. Yes.
Set point and match point. Wow, very scary for Auburn. Do not want to lose this. Hopefully these bans do sway in favor of Auburn. Maverick coming out for the attack. That is a very interesting pick.
Yes, Maverick is incredibly strong. He's probably the strongest hard breach next to Ace.
Oh, yes. Isn't Maverick the one who throws it on the wall and it kind of like falls down? Or am I thinking somebody else? Maverick has the flame.
He has the torch. Yes.
The torch.
Yeah. I don't
and
know
he can
who
make
you're
the
thinking
peak
of.
holes.
Yes.
He throws the things and then it like kind of...
Just great sound effects. I got the animation to go with those sound effects. I'm unsure who it is that you're talking about. I think you're talking about. Is it not? It's not Ace.
Oh, is it Ace?
Yeah, Ace is the one who throws it and then it deploys and then
it kind of like hangs down.
You're talking about Ace. Okay. Yeah.
Shout
Ace
out to
is
my
very,
sound
very
effect.
strong.
I'm really good at that.
We got there, Jack.
Yeah,
we
we
figured
got
out
there.
who he was talking about.
Tubarero.
What?
Tubarero.
Tubareo. I don't know.
Tube. We're just going to call him Tub. Mr. Tub and Vigil, Legion, and Aruni. I think Auburn is a real big fan of Aruni.
I like that personally. I personally play a lot of Aruni myself.
Really?
I think she's a lot of fun to play.
Those laser gates, being able to deny that. Oh.
I also like the fact that she gets a 1.5 on her DMR that she has.
Yes.
So it's very rare for a defender to have a scoped weapon on it, or not a scoped weapon, a magnified scope weapon. And so finding the operators that have that ability is really, really important for some of these engagements that they can take. So I like this pick myself.
Capkin used to have one of the better scopes in the game, and unfortunately got that stolen from him.
The
I
AUG?
remember. Yes, I think it was ACOG he had, and it was really good. And then I came back, and it felt different, unfortunately.
Yeah, ACOGs used to be 2.5 times magnification. I think that they have changed all of the magnifications to be uniform now. So ACOGs and hollows, and not hollows, like the 1.5 scope, and one more, the Soviet ACOG version, all got unified to be one length. So there's not like different lengths.
But they all look a little bit different.
They all are different. So it's mostly just preference now.
Oh, wow.
Speaking of preference, look at these gunfights going in one after another.
Vigil getting immediately taken down and trading back with the Blitz, which honestly is probably better value.
Yeah.
For Auburn there.
Yeah, you lose your...
Oh.
Yeah,
Chan
definitely
getting caught off guard.
Yeah, having that second person upstairs, I don't think the Vandals were expecting him, and they've already fast rotated downstairs. Are going to get spotted out by the Ash, but it's not going to matter.
Aquino is just caught off guard. Wow, Auburn's doing a really good job of being fast on these people going upstairs and breaking through these windows.
And they've had some really nice shots on the Vandals as well. So
I would like to say Ram coming out.
Yes.
Very interesting.
Ram is probably the most picked operator if you know that there's on a lower floor.
And 1v4 forward.
That timing's a little bit in the favor of 5, but it's not going to matter because Auburn has the buddy behind them.
No. I saw the vision. The 7-0 was almost there. And,
It's okay. It's okay. Honestly, you have a lot of things to work with at this point.
DD said, 7-0, I'm calling it. You might have jinxed us, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunate. Welcome to the future, my friend, where your prediction was definitely incorrect.
Yeah.
That's okay, though.
Yeah. Honestly, not seeing a lot of value coming out for Deimos there. Kind of instantly dying, unfortunately.
He got the trade, but like you can play any operator and get the trade in that scenario, right?
Deimos is one of those guys where you go, I'm going to track down this one person because I feel like it.
Yes.
Or, just call it that information. Just getting that information in general, being able to see where they are is very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Any character being able to see anybody through the wall is very nice. And it looks like he's the only one on the team who can. Oh.
Yes.
Did they trade off Deimos? They did.
They did. They swapped him out.
For Ying.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah, Ying trade.
Ying is... I don't know how viable Ying is on this map specifically. I think she's a lot more of a niche pick. Just because there's not one of those sites where it's like, yes, I throw my
Yeah.
Candela in there and I full blind the entire site and I get free bomb site. She doesn't necessarily get that. So
I mean, these spaces look a little large, so
Yes.
maybe it does benefit her there. But then again, you're probably not going to get as much value as you would on a smaller map where people are going to be a little bit more confined to the areas. These people, I mean, just look at where they're at. They're everywhere on this map. So, unfortunate. And it looks like there's a lot of cover in these rooms, too.
Yeah, I think that's the big make or break for whether or not the Ying is going to actually find as much value as she wants, is how well the Vandals can play around their cover in the rooms that they're playing in.
And, you know, we're getting a little bit of information coming out. We got the Grim, and we also got a little bit of Nomad, you know, denying roaming and getting a little bit of information. Wow. And
What a
Darkheart just
pick.
taking out Nova immediately.
That's the smoke, actually. I'm wondering what they were doing playing upstairs like that.
Maybe being a little bit too lurky. That's
I suppose.
interesting.
That's very peculiar, especially as a smoke player, you know?
Yeah, don't you want to be like one of the last players standing as
That is
Smoke?
the ideal as smoke, yes.
Yeah, hey, it's just like Valorant, guys. Smoke character, Smoke, you know, Gridlock. A very interesting character, in my opinion. Being able to just throw spikes on the ground. And honestly, does it not provide a little bit of information, too?
It does, because you can, like, hear them tick the ticks of them walking through the spikes.
And they have to shoot them or break them, too.
Correct, if
Yes.
they want to not take any damage
Oh,
from
whoa.
them. So,
Akino taking out Zonas in trade of Darkheart.
yeah, Auburn getting a little bit caught off guard by the positioning of these Vandals. They've already pretty much are right on the doors of sight here. And yeah, Auburn is not really set up with any more of their roamers. Hard Breach is going to get opened up for the Vandals here. And yeah, now at this point, the Vandals are just prepping for their execute here.
The question is, can Auburn take advantage of the Azami barriers and make those one-ways just as they did in Chile?
That's going to be the make or break. Azami has taken a lot of damage, so much in fact that Aquino was able to pick up ult on their death there. Tubrera spots out one.
Both Auburn players are playing relatively close to each other, getting taken out by Chan, 1v4.
And this is the match point potentially for the Vandals, and that is going to do it. Vandals moving on to round number 2 of the CR6 play-ins. Congratulations to them.
Congratulations. Hey, great game. I mean, that was very in Idaho's favor. Man, that was a good game.
Very much so,
Very
yes.
much.
I'm curious to see what the scoreboard looked like here at the end. I was bringing up how Auburn had some of these good fights.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're doing okay. They're
Zona's
just
not getting him a lot of value.
I know that they had a lot more deaths in that round.
Yeah.
They were taking some good fights. They just weren't winning any of the rounds where it mattered.
I think
So
Auburn was just really a lot better on Chalet. It kind of seemed like they had it down, and then you get to a bigger map, and they just weren't aware of the angles as much.
Yeah.
Or maybe the team play wasn't there. And, you know, maybe that's just something you got to work on. Unfortunately, our Vandals looked very, very strong
Yes.
on Night Labs?
Nighthaven.
Nighthaven Labs.
Yes, that's the full
Yeah.
name. Government name, in fact.
Government name. I just name dropped the whole government name. Nice. Yeah, well, hey, great gameplay coming out from both teams, honestly.
It was a very good set. to
Yes.
watch.
I think that first game was honestly really good to watch.
Yes.
Even if you aren't an R6 fan, that was very fun to watch. You know,
I
going
would-
back and forth.
I would argue that Game 2 is also a good watch. There's a lot of stuff that Auburn can take from this VOD and be like, hey, here's all the mistakes that we were making in this VOD and the kind of things that we need to point out and try and work on. You know, it was very clearly things that they need to work on, specifically on Nighthaven. So, I mean, you can always take this VOD and go back and be like, oh, here's what we need to go fix. So.
Blowouts aren't always bad. You can always take
Correct.
something from it. And, you know, especially when it's recorded like this and you get to see a very third-person view on the game. So,
Hey, you know what happened to me recently?
What?
I had my internet blow out on me, and I think it's because I don't have some of the best fiber internet in the world.
and what would that be?
I need somebody else. I need somebody better than that. Is there anybody out there that can do something like that for me?
Oh, Ziply Fiber.
Ziply Fiber?
Yeah.
What kind of internet do they provide with me?
They provide fiber.
Oh, really?
Yeah, highest speed fiber you could get around here.
In the PNW, in fact?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm a little bit on the cheaper side as a college student. I mean, are their prices very expensive?
Yeah, I heard that they're doing $10 a month for students.
Really?
Yeah, $10 a month.
As low as $10 a month. That's insanely good value. So if you haven't already, go ahead and check out ziplyfiber.com/students and go ahead and see if you qualify.
Yeah. I think I qualify.
I think you qualify.
Yeah.
So,
So I'm going to go, do that like after this
yeah.
because my internet's a little slow.
That is fair. I mean, you got to speed those internets up.
Yep.
I am, dude. I'm getting really tired, though.
No.
We've been streaming for a long time. It's been a long day.
Yeah, but we can't end it here. We got to keep going. We got more to do after this.
I need a little pick-me-up, though.
Yeah.
I need something to keep me going throughout the rest of the day, provide me some energy, specifically the monster kind specifically.
Oh, I think I might have exactly what you need.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Monster Energy.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, it's Monster and it's energy.
So you're telling me I can get a healthy dose of
Yep.
caffeine without too much sugar intake, and it just tastes really good?
Yeah. I mean, it's my favorite, so that's saying things, so I'm a big bag.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Monster Energy. I specifically like their Viking Berry. I think it is a very good flavor. I mean, not too much sugar, not too much caffeine, and it's just honestly very tasty.
Hey, shouts out Monster for
Shout out
sponsoring
Monster.
our University of Idaho Esports. We greatly appreciate you guys.
If I was wearing my jersey, I'd be able to show off the logo, but unfortunately, I don't have it on me because it's in the wash.
That's A-okay. Remember to take a bath, gamers.
Yeah, make sure you wear deodorant, please.
Wear deodorant, take a bath, wash your clothes. That is all very important things for gamers. And it's also as important as this show has been for us. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today.
Yeah. I mean, it was a great time for me. I get to learn a little bit more about R6, and it's honestly fun to cast any game. So I'm having a great time while I'm here.
Hey, Game Captain, it's been a pleasure, my friend.
Thank you,
Hey,
ZG Fenrir.
Chat, it's been a pleasure having you guys here. I think we're going to go ahead and sign out for the rest of the day. You have any final thoughts?
I think shout out Vandals for being so good today, and honestly, shout out Auburn for making it such a close game, first game. I had a great time while I was here. I don't know about you.
I had a phenomenal time, and that's going to be it for the commentary corner over here. We're going to go ahead and take it to you guys tomorrow, where we will have more Vandal Esports.
Yeah.
Coming at you live.